1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are live. Let's get it. Let's get it. Salute to everybody. Early live. Let me make sure my audio is good. Let me make sure my audio sounded good. Okay, audio sounding good. Big salute to the people who are popping up right now on Instagram on the side of me over here. We are live on YouTube as we speak. Stone Giants in the building. Salute. Pippin Jordan 23 in the or 23 Jordan in the building. Salute. Also, for the people out there in the comment gang strong. Let me know if my mic is sounding good. If everything is calibrated, the levels are good. If I'm too loud, too low, I can lower it, high, make it higher. You know what I'm saying? For the people on Instagram, pop out. We are live on YouTube right now. YouTube.com/We Love Hip Hop Network. I see Jay Ellis trying to do a request here. If you want to do a request, do it on YouTube. All right. I do not do requests on Instagram. We only speak on YouTube. So pop up right now. We got a lot of things to talk about. Let's get into the list of topics while I have the Instagram open right now. Let me open my list of topics. First of all, my bad. 100 shots at a Toronto studio. We're going to get into that. I have my opinions on that. I have a bunch of links in front of me that we're going to look through. And low-key, I'm really ashamed of how that, just looking at how that made our city look. And I want to talk about it. All right. So we're going to get into it. Also, Top 5 might be linking up with Gucci Mane. All right. The Gooch, aka Mr. Brr. All right. Mr. 1017. So looking forward to that. Another quick Top 5 story as well. He delivers some money to Duvy over at the jail for his canteen money. Okay. Also, Lil Wayne did not deserve the Super Bowl. I don't want to be I'm not late on that, I don't think, but Lil Wayne don't deserve the Super Bowl, man. And I have a video that really proves that. We're going to react to that and get into that as well. Also, Plush, aka the Toronto accent girl, versus SadBoi. The beef that I thought I would never see, or, that I would never enjoy, but we're going to get into it. All right, it's a brewing beef that's happening between the gal them over here in the Toronto scene. And also I have Christmas List. Christmas List meets Barbeque over there in Haiti. I was watching a video yesterday. I was watching a few videos since he went to Haiti, and he's been getting really deep behind the scenes over there, really in the deep Gaza over there in Haiti. So big salute to Christmas List. He got his interview with Barbeque. We'll get to react to that. There's a couple of other things that I've been seeing floating around as far as with YG, the West Coast YG, and Preme. I seen that story floating around. If y'all want me to react to that, let me know. If you have any other stories that you would like me to react to, spam the chat and let's have a conversation. Let's go. Big salute to the people on Instagram. Let's get rid of them quick fast. What up, gang? How y'all doing, man? I'm gonna put a link in the chat just now. I just want to, percolate and bubble a little bit before we get into anything here. But I will be putting a link in the chat for anybody who wants to join the conversation. All right. What I'm going to do quick fast. Oh, the Johnny. Y'all want me to talk about Johnny Somali? I have been keeping up with what's going on with that loser Johnny Somali, that crash out. What I want to do quick fast, because my mouse needs a battery. I'm going to go put a battery in my mouse. I'm going to play something from, you know what? Let me open the window first here. Sorry, gang. I'm going to play something from a recent interview that I did with the Dagga Riddim guys. Y'all heard the Dagga Riddim Cypher? It's a big Cypher that's getting a lot of views. Let me pull up the channel here. And I'm going to change my battery on the mouse. But I'm going to play the freestyle that we have from that. I have it uploaded to the member section right now. Become a member and get early Let's see. Let's pull this up. Mic around. All right. And I'm going to plug in the speaker. maybe we can get something popping.
Yeah, definitely get these guys closer. Like, you know, bring them closer. I'll be over there to get them closer.
Okay, even better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it popping.
Yeah.
Cypher on the way. Let's go.
Ready?
Wild tons. Don't see the telling off for you like pumpy tons. Nobody send your file come me don't see. Yeah. Fucking your feet was me no come quick. Your pussy no in a the ring of me ya. Licking a chip black and shoot up your belly. Not in a long chat, yeah, my cocky loaded. Lick up bitch, arch your back in at the ear and stay steady. She want fucking kill a camo. You want fuck me a fuck and Dagga. Nobody wants to wish me no care, bro. Man, as you love Batman, me a Tony Montana. You like that, me do it again, mother. So me say, naturally. Actually, me woulda live in your belly and stab it real bad freak. So she come with bad habitat, man. I fuck you, make me see your balance.
But she love her for artist life. Non-stop say how the artist nice. Yeah. She love her for artist vibe. Put your throat right, that's what make the artist right. Miss Grippy get the artist right. She a bounce palm body, she a shine up pipe, she a move like that she want. Yeah, man, you don't know, say. Team are checking right now, and we love it.
Tweet, work for me, please. Buffy, me have the recipe. Hannah, any girl, give me energy. But bitch alone in the crib and all of them for weed. Girl forward coming, I'm ramping. Soon as me reach a yard, get the ramping. Stop me, I fuck your hard, make your body clap, flinging. Then over, then start shake your ass, don't stop. Take me, I take it to a room, ram. Me turn your back, we make your ball look hard. After we fought, nobody run got hard. Zongo, zongo, zeng, zongo, silly. Fling your bum, papa, me run ya. Unch, your back foot on my shoulder. Not do the laughing, I think me a joker. Dance me like off your life.
Hold on. This is not lip syncing, nothing like that, okay? I put on the instrumental. I seen somebody in the comments say, yo, Toronto rappers take notes. Let me put that comment back up on the screen. Road to Success, salute. Said Toronto rappers take notes. I requested the instrumental. So mans are not just like doing a re-performance, lip syncing the thing. This is their actual voices that you're hearing doing the thing, doing the chants. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back to you. Shit. I'm really happy that you guys came. We'll get into the stories, but I gotta let these niggas cook, man. You guys do this shit live,
yeah,
kind of way.
Of course, bro. You have a speaker?
I got a speaker.
100.
You know what I'm saying? Instrument.
Yeah, definitely. Ready?
Live thing.
Don't see the telling off for you like pumpy tons. Nobody send your file come me don't see. Yeah. Fucking your feet was me no come quick. Your pussy no in a the ring of me ya. Sticking a chip black and shoot up your belly. Not in a long chat, yeah, my cocky loaded. Lick up bitch, arch your back in at the ear and stay steady. She want fucking kill a camo. You want fuck me a fuck and Dagga. Nobody wants to wish me no care, bro. Man, as you love Batman, me a Tony Montana. You like that, me do it again, mother. So me say, naturally. Actually, me woulda live in your belly and stab it real bad freak. So she come with bad habitat, man. I fuck you, make me see your balance.
But she love her for artist life. Non-stop say how the artist nice. What else? Yeah. She love her for artist vibes. Put your throat right, that's what make the artist right. Miss Grippy get the artist right. She a bounce palm body, she a shine up pipe, she a move like that she want. Yeah, man, you don't know, say. Team are checking right now, and we love it.
Tweet, work for me, please. Buffy, me have the recipe. Hannah, any girl, give me energy. But bitch alone in the crib and all of them for weed. Girl forward coming, I'm ramping. Soon as me reach a yard, let the ramping. Stop me, I fuck your hard, make your body clap, flinging. Then over, then start shake your ass, don't stop. Take me, I take it to a room, ram. Me turn your back, we make your ball look hard. After we fought, nobody run got hard. Zongo, zongo, zeng, zongo, silly. Fling your bum, papa, me run ya. Unch, your back foot on my shoulder. Not do the laughing, I think me a joker. Dance me like off your light.
Them a fly go a Brampton, UK think. Them say she love bad man. I bet you never know she have a wrong one. Me a girl around me down like madman. Oi, dirty money make your girl skin out. I can't tell she wet from it. Me love girl so cocky with a nasty mouth. So she don't have that way across it out. Right now.
All right. Enough of that. Okay. I went through the list of topics. Let me do a quick salute to the sponsors, and then we'll get into our topics right here. Big salute to, let's start with Diamond Club, okay? Big salute to Diamond Club. That's the sign that you see right there Okay, the sticker that you see right there. They carry candy cans, all different types of legacy brands and all different types of edibles, anything that you need that's 420 related. Hit them up on their Instagram page if you want delivery across the GTA and across Canada. The Instagram page is Diamond Club _Canada. You could also use the code We Love Hip Hop. Get yourself a little discount, all right? And sometimes they give you like a bonus bag of piff and stuff like that for the code, okay? So make sure to tap in. Also, if you want some of that blemas, okay, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. I got some of it right here. I've been using, you know what I'm saying? And the grabber's hot. Okay, don't get that twisted. Steamin' Hot Grabber. They have delivery across the GTA. And if you're living in the West End, some of the stores over in the West End actually have it in store. Okay, hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and use the code We Love Hip Hop. Get yourself a little discount. Last but not least, hit up Only Loud for the people in Ottawa. Also, for the people who are over here in Toronto, they have same-day delivery. They got a whole bunch of different legacy brands underneath their umbrella. They got some stuff from Astro Pink right now and Sixpence that they just got some new drops from. And they're doing delivery across Canada as well. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Only Loud Canada. You could also find them on Snapchat or Telegram at onlyloud.ca, and that's also their website. You heard me? Okay, so where are we right now? We have a bunch of idiots that have been running around in these Toronto streets doing stupid shit. I'm sorry to be like, because I try to chop these into segments, and I don't like to curse in the beginning of the segment, but these niggas is doing stupid shit, man. I'm sorry, man. Let me pull this up here. Josh, I'm gonna bring the link in a minute. I just want to cook first. You know what I'm saying? I need to like assess this first story, take it in. I might have some people come in later on this week, hopefully tomorrow evening. I'm going to do another live, and we can discuss this as far as the Toronto scene and the gun violence and the debauchery and just the stupidity that I've been seeing. So I'm going to pull this up here first, courtesy of Real Toronto News. So they were at a recording studio waving guns just before a shootout resulted in over 100 shots fired and 23 arrested in Toronto. Now, viewer discretion is advised. These guys are going to piss me off, man. Viewer discretion is definitely advised, because I know I'm going to have to cloud out all of these guns later because these niggas are so stupid. Let's go. Let me get the music playing. Now, this is a recording studio in the West End of downtown Toronto, specifically Parkdale. Some people will say Liberty Village. I know the studio that they're at. I'm not going to ball out the studio because I don't want that studio to lose business because of these retards. Okay, and sorry, YouTube. Not sorry to them. Sorry, YouTube, for using that language. Somebody asked, why didn't they just call the police on themselves? Good question. So there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened afterwards. This is from the Toronto Police's Twitter page. It said shooting Queen West and Sudbury Street, like I described in the West End, Parkdale, Liberty Village. Multiple gunshots heard. Reports that a person has been shot. Suspects fled the area on foot. There is a significant police presence in the area. Expected road closures. And they also said police are on the scene investigating. Multiple people arrested and firearms located. One person transported to hospital by medics. Unknown extent of injuries. An unmarked police car was struck by gunfire. No officers injured. All right. This is all the things that happened afterwards. Okay. Czar, what's your time looking at? You know what I'm saying? Send me a text. Now, I'm going to play a couple of other things because there was actually a news story that came off of this. Let me find the news story. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's hear what the Toronto police had to say about this. And then I'll give my assessment. Let's do this. I was actually looking at it last night, so I'll go into my history. That's actually where I got the thumbnail from. Because it's been all over the news, obviously. 23 arrested, 100 shots fired.
As well as others that were trying to flee.
Toronto Police Deputy Chief Lauren Pogue is speaking to reporters after shots were fired last night near Queen, near Dufferin. Let's listen in.
Here last night. She will then take some questions. Deputy?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm here today to provide more details about a very dangerous incident that...
Hold on, let me read this comment quick fast. Sorry to pause it. Big salute to Diamond Club in the building, you know what I'm saying? What's up, brother? Sorry to say, but that guy upstairs needs to call for a new flood or something. Ain't no turning back for us. Yeah, listen, man. Whoever owns that building, you guys just bought the property value down like crazy. 100 shots in the building, bro. I've been in that building before. I've recorded a whole podcast episode in there before. I know exactly where they were. Y'all are making it shittier for everybody else because you guys don't know how to use your brain. But I'll get to that.
Unfolded last night, which led to the arrest of 23 individuals and the seizure of 16 firearms. At approximately 11:20 p.m., our officers were in the area on an unrelated investigation. A stolen car pulled up and 3 individuals exited. They opened fire on a recording studio and the people that were gathered outside. This brazen act of violence escalated into an exchange of gunfire between 2 groups, during which one of our unmarked police vehicles with officers inside was struck by bullets. As the suspects attempted to flee the scene in their stolen vehicle, our officers acted swiftly and boxed the vehicle in. One suspect was apprehended after a brief foot chase, while 2 others managed to escape and are still being sought by police. During a subsequent search of the area, several firearms were recovered, likely discarded by the fleeing suspects. Officers also...
So what are we seeing here now? So what? The man them are in the studio, jumping around, acting crazy, putting everything on camera. Do we have to pull up the video again of these guys jumping around? Because somebody's filming it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody didn't send me this video on the low and it's like, yo, Friday, look at the behind the scenes. Look at the behind the scenes of our studio session. No, this is not a behind the scenes. Somebody was filming this in real time saying, look at all of the guns that we have in the room. And this was somebody's birthday. This is an artist in their's birthday that was going on. This is how they celebrate. Everybody pull out their guns. Let's get on camera together. Ha 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 ha. Let's dance with the guns. Oh. Yeah. Peace, love, sin. I think Diamond Club is referring to God as the guy upstairs. Yeah. God's sending all of, anytime these guys are praying to God, yo, God, please get me out of this situation. God is sending their messages to spam. He don't listen to them niggas no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve to have God be like, okay, I'm going to bless you after you go and throw your life away every single chance you get. Stupid niggas. And listen, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want nobody to be texting me, DMing me like, Friday, why you acting like so federal and shit? No, why you all acting so dumb?
Also secured the recording studio, arresting several individuals inside as well as others that were trying...
Don't DM me about none of the shit that I'm saying today, gang. I don't want to hear it.
...to flee. Additional firearms were recovered from inside the building, the rooftop, and even hidden in garbage bins nearby. In total, 23 people have been taken into custody and 16 firearms seized, including 2 assault-style rifles and multiple handguns. I want to stress how remarkable it is that in such a volatile and dangerous situation, nobody was injured. No bystanders, not the individuals involved in.
Thank God. But then it also tells me something else. Was y'all niggas even trying to hit anything? Or y'all niggas just wanted to hear the sounds of the guns? Real shit. I'm not saying that I wanted the mans to hit something. Thank God nobody hit nothing. Okay? But did you guys really want to hit something? Or were you just wanted to hear the sound of that shit? Trying to scare niggas. Corny.
Not our officers. It is a testament to the outstanding work of our officers, and their courage, quick thinking, and dedication in the face of danger is commendable. This investigation is still ongoing, and we will be providing additional details in a forthcoming news release, including the identities of those arrested and the charges that they will be facing. Thank you to everyone involved for their exemplary work, and I'll now take any questions you might have.
Is this related to organized crime?
We believe it has all the signs of being a gang-related conflict, but that is still being investigated.
Who was in the record? Like, was there a recording session underway? Was there an artist, a rapper, or someone recording at the time? Like, what was going on? Who was there?
I can't speak to what was happening in the recording studio, but it was a gathering of people.
Duvy, I know that Queen Street has opened up now, but why is there still?
I'm asking a question in the on a poll here, and listen, I understand it, man. I get it. I understand why they be calling Friday, yo, you federal, bro. It's not because I am federal. You guys know I'm not part of the police force, obviously, but it's because I'm not down with the bullshit. I don't encourage it. I don't say, yo, you know what? That was kind of fire. I hope that you get your records bubbling. Nah, fam. When I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is dumb. You guys are crash out. You know, do better. That makes me federal. Then fine, I'm federal. Come on, fam. Do better.
The area that's blocked off.
Well, there was we're still processing the scene. Our forensic identification specialists.
And listen, I understand the street stuff and you guys have beef. I don't give a shit what you guys beef are. Okay? Because the fact that you guys are beefing about whatever you're beefing about, but now you're involving a whole bunch of other people, innocent bystanders, the amount of people who live in that area, it's quote unquote Liberty Village because there's a whole bunch of people who moved into that area that ain't about that life. And then the people who are in Parkdale, who have their own politics, don't want nothing to do with y'all shit. So take that shit somewhere else. Go in a field somewhere and kill each other over there.
Are still here, just processing the and gathering evidence at the scene.
That's where the recording studio is, just back there.
I believe this was the main scene. Yes.
Is the recording studio next to like the monkey whipping store?
I'm not sure about that.
So how many guns were found inside the recording studio?
I don't have the breakdown specifically, but there were multiple guns both found inside the recording studio on persons that were arrested as well as outside the area as well.
The person who was recording music, was it someone of renown? Would it be somebody that we know of?
I can't speak to that.
You said that there are 2 suspects still at large. Is there a threat to public safety?
So
I could speak to that. No. Nobody was renowned. Okay, and I'm not even going to say respectfully or any of that bullshit. Nobody was renowned. Nobody was doing over 1 million views that was in that studio dry snitching on themselves, filming themselves with guns. None of that shit was going to equate to 1 million views. So what did you do it for? None of that shit was going to equate to getting more shows because nobody's going to book guys for shows who show guns in the studio. So if you wanted to be rappers and that was your promotion plan, guess what? Dumb promotion plan.
So, I mean, this all appears to be very targeted, and we don't feel that there is a threat to the community at this point.
Were shots being fired up and down this street?
Yeah, I can't speak to what actually unfolded. I mean, we're still gathering evidence on that.
Were any houses damaged? Did anybody?
I don't have that information.
So were were the shots? Did the shooting start inside the recording studio? Did it spill into the any?
So as I spoke about, a stolen vehicle pulled up, and shots were fired at people that were in the studio.
Are suspects known to police?
I don't have the breakdown right now, but we will be releasing those details on who has been arrested and the charges that they're facing.
And how many shots were fired? Obviously, multiple. Like, is it dozens of shots that were fired? Something? Can you give us a range?
I believe right now we're up to close to 100 shots fired.
16 guns in one hall. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's obviously a very concerning incident.
100 shots fired. So this is a residential street up here. Were any stray bullets? Did they go through cars, go through houses?
Not that I'm aware of at this point. It was very targeted.
You know what that means when you fire 100 shots in a public area like this? That means you don't have any regard for human life. And I hope some of the gentlemen that were involved in this is listening to this right now. Okay? People who have no regard for human life are human waste. Okay, there's one thing to have gone on a wrong direction or Friday you don't understand, but when you go and put everybody else in danger because of your beef and let off 100 shots at each other, it's because you're bad people. I'm sorry. There's not a good person lower deep down on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's literally because you're bad people, and I'm sorry. I'm the one that has to say this shit. DJs are in the building. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. I was gonna let you sit for a second and let me just go off for like another 20 minutes. But I was like, you know what? Let me bring in Czar before I go too crazy off the deep end, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm worried about your blood pressure. Like, relax. I know this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a crazy incident that happened, but like, we have to be angry at it because, bro, this is disgusting. It's kind of embarrassing, you know. And yo, I'm an audio engineer, B3. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This affects us. You know what I'm saying? Audio engineer lives matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that audio engineer who was sitting there through that session, he probably was under duress.
Bro, I can't even imagine being the audio engineer, all this expensive equipment, and you have all these young hooligans with their guns out. All this stuff, like, bro, oh my goodness.
And what are you gonna tell them? Put the guns away? Nah, fam. Now you're getting beat up because you didn't let them do stupid shit in your studio. That's now all over the news, bringing down the value. How about when people want to go now and book a session at that studio? Oh, you mean that same studio where everybody was, where they had the shootout?
Yo, that is the worst marketing for any studio. It's like, oh, you know the studio that just got shot up?
Come on, fam. Like, I understand that like there's always some issues going on in the streets and stuff like that. But like, you gone too far now, dog.
Yeah. How old are these kids?
Everybody's in between their 20s, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's this in the comments here? It's Manaz.
Yeah, it's man in him. It's man's him.
Saying you're wrong. How am I wrong?
You're wrong, bro.
So, okay. I would really love to see somebody rationalize why this was a good move or why, you know, there was no way of avoiding this Friday. This is just how the life is.
That's so funny that there might be someone who's like, nah, they did the right thing.
Yeah, but like, rationalize that. Like, okay, no, you, Czar. Let's play this like devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate, yeah, okay.
Okay. And you're on the other side. You're one of the guys who shot up the place. Give me a reason why this is okay.
Okay. I don't think there's any way you could actually justify it from like a moral perspective, but
no, pretend you're them. Like, and you're just,
if you could justify it from a marketing perspective, because do you remember the car chase with K Money and Casper?
Mm-hmm.
The infamous aspect of like the crime and capturing it for certain types of music can kind of legitimize you. It's like, oh, like it's like TK, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that ruined his life, but like it also added to the lore because like his music was relevant to his crime activities. So these guys could be like, yeah, we really did this, and then drop a track that they were recording that day. You know what I'm saying? And there will be a section of people who will be like, yo, this was the track that they recorded before all the shooting, you know?
Okay. Now, here's the thing with the Casper comparison. Because Casper and K Money, they did have the crazy car chase that helped to make them infamous. All right. But prior to that, Casper already was getting 1 million+ views on multiple music videos. Dope Boy was a hood classic. Come Outside was out and getting played in stadiums and shit. And then they crashed out. So whatever that people already knew of them and their name.
Crashed out before Come Outside.
No, Come Outside came out. It was getting played at the ACC and all these different places. And then I had K Money come in and do the interview, and we spoke about it. Like, bro, yo, you're getting played everywhere. How did that feel? You know what I'm saying? And then with everything in the palm of their hands, they crashed out. So whatever people already knew about their names elevated way more. The people in the streets know who are involved in this. And I'm not going to go crazy and be like, I'm not going to go crazy and start calling out names of the artists who were involved in this. But their names are not getting elevated anymore.
Yo, I like what Bishop Shakur is saying. These guys are caught up in a lifestyle. I hate the fact that everybody acting so green. Like, it is true. Like, what can we expect from people who are really like telling us that they're about that life, living that life every day? Like, they're gonna do something that's related to what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Not have 100 guns in this, or I don't know how many guns that they had in the studio, 50 guns or whatever, and film it. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
The filming was wild. Yeah.
Like, you could be a part of that life, but you filming, you being part of that life with all those guns, you're literally asking to go to jail. We're not in Texas or somewhere where you're allowed to have these guns. You know, when you see NBA Youngboy and all those guys toting guns and shit, and the police run up on the spot and arrest them, a lot of them get let go because then there's permits on their guns. There's no way in Canada that we'll ever be able to say, oh, all of these Dracos on the scene, I got a permit for this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. Like,
but that's what leads me to believe they are really young.
Nah, fam. There's young.
Like, they must be like
stupid.
super young.
Nah, fam. Because we know some of the people involved, and they're not that young anymore. You feel me? Steve Badger said next topic. Yo, Steve Badger, there's still a little bit more on this topic because I have a couple of other links that evolved from around this. I'm gonna keep on playing this, and then we'll get to the other links.
Targeted shooting at.
And trust me, we have other topics too, but don't worry.
At the recording studio.
Were police fired upon?
Yes.
Take a couple more questions.
Were undercover officers in the vehicle when the undercover car was shot at or hit by bullets?
We had plainclothes officers in that vehicle that was struck by gunfire.
Can you tell us why the unmarked police cars and the officers were there before the incident happened?
All I can speak to is that they were here for an unrelated investigation, at which time the incident unfolded.
The person that was taken to hospital as a precaution, was there any injuries involved? Was it involved in like the crash or the shooting itself?
No apparent injuries at this point. Just taken there for observation.
I know that you kind of talked about it.
You know what? Let me get to some of these other links. There was something. I'm gonna pull up the Reddit. Okay. I know they be calling me federal and Ray Tay. I'm not the one getting the news. I don't post on the Reddit. I just read it.
Yo, my internet connection is wonky, so if I end up like disconnecting, just know that's why.
Okay. So
it's Manson him, bro. This guy's the most annoying chat member I've ever encountered in my life.
It's fine, man. Keep the engagement going, brother. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Green Thumb said new generation is lost and trends in the trends and promotion. Okay. I keep on hearing this angle about promotion. How is this promotion? Right? And they're saying the names here, right? Before you go, Czar. Before you give your answer. Connections, Lane, and Dixon should drive members are cooked dumbest move in Toronto history yet. Laughing my ass off. You boys record yourself holding 16 sticks for the Snap and IG, then get slid on by your ops at the studio. Moments later, 23 people get arrested. What a sad birthday for Hood Baby Gigi. Chat, what the fuck? Bro, the temperature's even changing as far as the way the people are reacting to this shit. Reddit's not like, yo, man, them, we're out there having a shootout and, you know, shit is real in the streets in Toronto. Look at the way that they're wording it on the Reddit. Cooked dumbest move in Toronto history.
Yo, but that's the thing. They're making history, even though it's like it's so dumb and notorious that it will be remembered. So there is like a legacy aspect. I'm not like condoning it, but I think a lot of people do think like that. It's like, yo, we were part of like the craziest thing. Like in 20, 30 years, these guys are going to be telling their kids like, yo, you see that thing that on the news that day? Like that was us, you know, like we was in the studio, you know?
Maybe if they're home. Because even if this doesn't, like, bro, this right here, whoever got arrested from this, like, I don't know if they're just going to be able to just slide and just come home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just let me just wiggle out of this case. Like, this is heinous, bro. So it's like, you know,
yeah, but
you can't come home to benefit off of the promotion of it because you're in jail.
Yeah, but bro, like Canadian jail sentences are like very lenient compared to other parts of the world. I guarantee you, like all these guys will be out like not even, it won't even be like 5-10 years, bro. You got a good criminal lawyer, like it's a joke here. People get away with murder here. Pardon me.
That's what I've been seeing on the news too. There's been saying that, is there a problem here? And that becomes a deeper discussion, right? Is there a problem with the system over here? Are they doing too much catch and release? I come from a time where they started upping the charges or upping the conviction levels when it comes to guns and stuff like that, but it stopped there, right? In 2010, when I was going through my shit, they had started a mandatory 3.5 minimum right around 2008 2009 for if you're caught with a firearm, right? And in 2010, they also took away 2 for 1, which is while you're waiting for your trial, you get every day counts for 2 days. So with those 2 things being taken away, it started encouraging people to start pleading out for their cases and getting their pen time rather than what they were doing before. Okay? What they were doing before was if you're getting 2 for 1 and you catch a gun charge, and let's say they want to give you 2 years for the gun, okay, prior to the whole 3.5 mandatory. You sit in provincial for 18 months or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? And boom, by the time you come home, because every day counts for 2, you've basically completed your sentence for the gun charge. And then you come home scot-free.
Yeah, we're too lenient on our criminals. That's just a fact, and it can benefit. It can be beneficial sometimes, especially if someone's like wrongfully convicted of something, or like it gives people more opportunity in life. But it's also like it also gives way more opportunity to reoffend, and like oh,
hold on, before you continue. Before you continue, though, that was then. They changed that in 2010, 2000, around those times, right? And somebody said in the comments, Stephen Harper's time, right? They changed that so that it's mandatory 3.5 years. We'll give you even more for the bullets, and we're taking away that 2 for 1 shit. So now every day that you spend in jail counts for 1 day. So what do you want to do? Do you want to plead out? Do you want to go to trial now? Because you can't trick the system by getting 2 days for one. So they stopped that back in 2010. However, the gun problem is worse than ever. So it's still not working.
So what is the solution, bro? Because like you can't like deport these people if they're Canadian. You know, they're gonna be here. And like I do think that there is also a cultural aspect of like a lot of these guys, and this is my perspective from like the outside looking in, like a lot of these guys who are in this life, like they see going to jail as like a rite of passage. It almost like legitimizes them. It's like, yo, oh, like, yeah, I went to the bin. Like it kind of gives them some stripes. You know what I'm saying? And that is a cultural issue. That is an issue that not every culture thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a specific community within I guess within the urban, not even all like of the urban community thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? But like there are people who like they see it as a rite of passage. Guess what? They're getting free meals, they're getting free accommodation. Some of them get to watch movies. A lot of these guys watching movies, some of them get really good canteen. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is like a way deeper issue, because if you're willing to go to jail, then you're willing to crash out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I've told this story a bunch of times, but when I was in the pen, I was with a young brother, or not a brother, but like a young Asian youth. And he was 20 at the time. Because with the change of the system at the time in 2010, it had a lot more younger people going to the pen, because they're like, oh, I can't just, sit here for 18 months. Okay, I'll plead out, give me my 3.5 years and let me start doing my pen time. So a lot of younger guys started becoming pen timers back in 2010. I say all that to say, I met a young guy at the time. He was 19 turning 20 at the time. And he told me, bro, this is soft. I got a couple more bids. I'm young. I got a couple more bids in me. And that stuck with me to this day. I'm literally, the way I'm telling the story is verbatim, because the way when he told me those words, it just made my heart drop. Like, damn, you just don't care. You can go to jail until you're 30 or 30 something. You know what I'm saying? Dang. It goes exactly to what you're saying. Like, yeah, I'll come back here. I'll chill for another year or so. Get all of the movie channels that you get in the pen. You get all the movie channels over there. Okay, you go eat your free food and then go lay up in your cell and watch your small screen TV.
And a lot of people be balling up and smoking bogeys in there too. So it's like, what? Why? Like you're doing that anyways. You're just like, I don't know, bro.
Yo, dog, and making money from bogeys. You could sell a bale of bogeys. You know what a bale of bogey is? Like or like a pack of like the tobacco pack.
Okay, yeah.
Right, like that you just roll up your own cigarettes type shit.
Yeah.
So one of those are like $30 now with inflation, right? You're selling that back over for, like somebody just said in the comment right here, JX, $1,200.
That's a
$600 for a half a pack.
That's crazy.
And that's cigarette. That's not even weed, bro.
Yo, I want to acknowledge Max Stacks said, bro, you have obviously never went to jail before, which for me, I haven't. Nobody looks forward to jail food. You guys sound good. I'm not saying people are trying to go to jail for the food, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally saying, and I've encountered hoodmans that have told me, yeah, like a lot of people see it as like a rite of passage. It almost legitimizes your credibility within that lifestyle, where it's like, okay, like he did his time. You know what I'm saying? He did his time. He did it like a man. He came out, you know what I'm saying? And, back to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everyone thinks like that, but I do think there are people, especially people with less opportunities, who they even accommodation, even shelter, even the free food, like, bro, like they don't see it as like devastating as like other people. You know what I'm saying? And I could be wrong, but that's just what I've observed based on like who I've interacted with, you know?
And one, good that you've never been to jail, right? That's a stunt. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I've never been to jail. Stunting.
Oh, goodness.
Right? But as somebody who has been to jail, I also call cap, because there's a lot of mans who are eating better in jail than they were on road. Okay? As somebody who's been to the pen, some of the food that they were giving me there wasn't that bad. It's not like they're just feeding you gruel or something like on TV. Okay? When I was in the Dawn, they had West Indian ladies cooking in the kitchen. And sometimes you're getting a rice and peas. Okay, so let's not act like some of these mans just who are eating McDonald's when they're on the run or whatever they're eating, OT, eating from whatever Timmy's or whatever, are not eating better when they're in jail.
And I like what Jay-Z just said. Mans go to the bin to save face. If they were on road, they would be homeless. No BS. Facts. Bro, a lot of people will commit crimes for shelter and accommodation, bro. This is like a socioeconomic fact. Like a lot of people.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And they get their fellowship. Man, them are in there. They get to the range. Yo, I've seen it with my own eyes, like a homecoming. What are you saying, fam? What are you doing here? Like as if we're in the club.
Oh my goodness.
We're on range all wearing orange, and these niggas is laughing and happy, like, yo, you're here, walk one.
Well, I guess you do have to make the most of any situation. So, like, I can understand why, like, you would look for things to enjoy, especially if you're stuck in a place for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But there is, I do think, like, there are people who, like, I'm not saying they want to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? But they also understand it differently than, like, other people, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna play a couple of things and then we're gonna get off of this topic because listen, fam, I've been thinking about this topic for a couple of days, bro. From when it happened, I was angry then. And then I was like, I kind of cooled down this morning. And then as soon as I started rewatching the clips, I got angry all over again, bro. I started losing it. I'm using the word, the R-tard word and all types of shit.
I heard that. I was like, oh my goodness.
I'm messing up my own bag and shit. Like, it's going crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. This shit just makes me angry, bro. Hold on, let me pull up this shit that I was looking at here on the gram, because obviously Top 5 found a way to clown these guys. So
in the studio jumping.
Actually, no. Let me play it off. Keep Six Solid. They have they just posted this.
I seen 100 niggas in the studio jumping. What the fuck? 100 niggas jumping. Niggas are ratting on themselves. Niggas are ratting on themselves. The fuck you guys jumping? Up to you. A lot of these guys. You see what they did to themselves yesterday? The fuck up, man. You motherfuckers crashed out.
Go to No Frills and drop off an application, nigga.
Drop an application? Damn. You niggas fucked up. How the fuck you having a birthday party in the studio with 100 niggas, no bitches? Jumping up. That shit better be props.
Niggas think they're Fredo Santana, huh?
Niggas Fredo. Studio session. Lock off. Lock off. You know I had to drop that Goofy from Canteen yesterday. Goofy was starving in there.
Oh, shit. See, I didn't even watch all of this yet, man. It's gonna actually make sense when I get to that clip later on with the Top 5 segment that I have. So I'm glad I actually heard this now.
Yo, the B-Day party in the stew is crazy because, yo, no matter how many mans you bring in the studio, you're just paying for 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe they had 2-3 hours, but it's like 30. You know what I'm saying? You save their money, fam. Like,
yeah.
Yo, everyone bring your straps.
Bring your own bottles, B.O.B.
Yo, you can bring your own licks, fam. They don't check anything. They're not gonna check anything.
BYOB and BYOG. Bring your own bottles and bring your own guns.
It's like, yo, we'll order food. It'll be lit. Like, bro.
And the engineer, oh my God.
Yo, natural kills you. That is hilarious.
Think about the engineer. He's booking a session, okay? I'm booking a session, couple of hours, right? 3-hour session, 3-hour minimum. I'm thinking the mans are coming in there. They usually roll a little deep, but I'm used to that. There's going to be 5 of them. They're going to record their music. Have a nice day. Next thing you know, mans keep on answering the phone. Oh, you here now too? You here too? Oh, okay. Oh, 15 more minutes? Okay, you're on the way? And that studio session from 5 guys turns into 30.
Okay, but I can't lie. If it's my birthday, right? Like, and like, you know, 25 more of my homies roll up. You know what I'm saying? like, and you're drinking, you're gonna be lit. But it's like, where are the girls, bro? Like, is that not like a part of the new like blueprint? Like, I always thought like the whole point when you have a birthday is like birthday sex, and like you want to either you have a shotty or like, you know, you find the thing, or you're around girls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would never want to spend my birthday with like 30 dudes in the stew. Like, that's more of like a Wednesday. That's more like a Wednesday night. You know, like that's like more like work mode. You know?
Yes, but think about it from the like. Yes, you're right. But think about it from the engineer's perspective. He's thinking this is going to be a regular session. It turns into a party, bro. Did you tell the engineer ahead of time that I'm going to have 30 of my friends instead of 5 or 6, which is already annoying as usual? That's the difference. If you call the engineer ahead of time and said, we're having a party at the studio tonight, now it's on him too. You let the party happen, bro. Right? But if I'm in the studio expecting a regular session and it turns into a 30-man session filming all of their guns, I'm like, bro, this wasn't part of the plans. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, but also like I've been in that engineer position where it's like, yo, you're just happy to get a booking. You're like, okay, I'm gonna make like a couple bills tonight. But then it's also like, how much leverage do you have when you're like in a room with like 10 dudes who are like willing to crash out and they all have guns, and like it's just you and your computer and the mixing board and Pro Tools. Like, what is Pro Tools gonna do for you right now? You know what I'm saying?
You're like this. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. I'll swing this at you. Like, no.
This guy opens up some EQs, like tries to remove the low filters. Like, that's not gonna help, you know. But it's a bad position to be in, and there also should be more vetting if you're a studio. But usually studios don't have like crazy security. Sometimes they'll ask for like your ID to like as like a down for like the booking. Yeah. But usually they don't, bro. Usually there is just like a unwritten rule that's like, oh, you're coming to the studio? All right, cool. You know, it's not like, okay, who are you? Okay, we have like a security check. We're going to check your bags. That doesn't really happen at stews.
You know what they need to start doing? If the session is $60 an hour, which most sessions are these days, right? Let's say $60 to $100 an hour. If you bring more people with you, like if you bring like 100 people with you, I need to start charging per head. So like if you are supposed to come with just like at $60 an hour, that's you and 2 other people. That's it. Now, if you bring 6 people with you, I'm going to have to charge $50 to each person, not per hour, but just another extra $50 for each person who sits here. If you're not willing to pay that, then don't bring all your friends to the studio with you. It's like a price to come into the club. Because if you want to come in here and party, now you're turning it into a club. So now we need an entry fee.
Man, engineers, be aware. Fellow audio engineers, this could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really never know. Like, and like you said, that studio is like a pretty reputable studio. Like, it's not like just like a home studio type of setup. Like that is, I'm pretty sure like there's been hits that have been recorded and that's like very legitimate, you know?
Yes. And I've been saving this, and I'm not going to say it at all during this whole time. I'm not mentioning the name of the place. The news has already put them on blast enough because they put the address out there and all type of shit. But like, I'm not going to put the name of the place out there because I want them to continue to be able to get business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that hurts for them, bro. Like, bro, somebody shot up outside of my studio. I'm thinking like, bro, my year is done.
Yo, this is a good question by Entertainment Friday. What's the most people a rapper came with for an interview with you in the studio? Because I've seen a few even for my interviews, but it probably doesn't compare.
I'm trying to think, like, because there's been a few that have been just out of hand. Like when Lil Bandcamp pulled up, he pulled up with a lot of people, right? But I would say the most, and this is when we had a big space, when we were at the Youngsterdam, was Young Lava. Young Lava had a lot of people with him, bro. There was probably like, with on camera, it was him and like 5 other people, because there was people standing up in the back and all type of shit. But in the background, like sitting around in the Youngsterdam and shit like that, there was like another 20 mans, bro. Just an unnecessary amount of people.
What is the rapper obsession with wanting to do podcasts with like a bunch of people masked up behind them? Like I noticed, like even when 5 was there that day, he's like, "Yo, I want people in the background like that Dirk podcast or whatever." Like, when did that aesthetic become a thing? Like, why can't it just be you and the interviewer?
Because they saw guys like Dirk, they saw guys like Young Thug. You know, back in the days when they're watching live shows. And part of the reason why so many mans have so many mans on the stage when they're doing their live shows is because they're afraid to like just handle the stage by themselves. So having all of those mans behind you is like a security blanket.
Everyone's saying it's gay.
I'm sorry. Have to tend to agree slightly, but I'm not calling the man them gay because they, you know, guys will get offended. But like, okay, you see this interview here? You can see all of maybe 4 people on the shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Yo, it is strength in numbers because it gives them aura, right? Like and I think that's a big thing where it's like when you see these people one-on-one, they're just regular people. But okay, if they have 20 dudes with them, then it makes them feel like, okay, this guy's a guy, you know?
Yeah, and you can actually, as a leader of men, you can command to bring out that many people with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like an army.
Yeah, because if you ain't that guy, ain't that many people trying to roll for you.
Okay, so this is my question to you and the chat. Like, what is the most amount of people a rapper should bring with him to an interview before it's gay? Like, what is that threshold?
Listen, man, I'll speak from experience because once upon a time I used to roll with the crew, Empire, and they were already a 6-man rap crew. And then besides the 6 guys in the rap crew, we'd have like another 5 to 10 people that were rolling with us. So we were a huge entourage. However, the difference being with our entourage and Justice, okay, suck your mom, but Empire sucks. Right? The difference with our entourage is there was men and women in our entourage. There was like a bunch of gal in the entourage, whether they're groupies, girlfriends, or whatever. Like it was a multi-gender entourage. It wasn't just a man them. It was to the point where I was like, bro, why are you guys always bringing your girls? Like, chill. So you see this picture here? Let me see if I can make it bigger on the screen.
Bro, how many people are there? Like 10?
No, more than
that. Yo, I like how someone said 2. So William Forbes said maximum 2 people. After that is gay. Some man said, after that, like some man said 5 max. Natural said only the day ones and some guy. I agree. Okay, if you're gonna bring a bunch of mans, you have to at least bring a couple girls, not just one girl, eh? Sometimes some mans will just bring that one girl.
The driver.
She orders the Uber. She got the credit card.
She's the one with the credit card. Shorty, all right, get the Uber. Let's get out of here. You better pay me back when we get home, okay?
Don't worry, just smoke this. Nah, but all right, she's always rolling up. But even when I interviewed Mula first, it was just him and one other person. And I think when he pulls up here, it's not too many people. You know what I'm saying?
I've interviewed Mula multiple times. There's a couple of times where he just popped up with a couple of his family members, like literally, like his mom, sister, there's been a couple of times he just rolled up with, like, let's say one of the quote unquote shooter kind of guys. And then there's a time that he came completely dolly, like not one other person with him. If you can do that, same with Thoroughbred, Dolo. And then somebody met him there, some white guy who was just handling camera work, not a gangster. Okay. And I knew he had it on him. No snitching. But I could tell that I knew he had it on him.
That is pretty federal, but okay. I'm not gonna lie, Friday. I'm like, you didn't. Okay, I know what you're trying to say, though. Yeah.
No, but he was dolly. to me, that's when you're the realist. Because it's like you don't need 30 mans for you to feel secure. You can roll around dolo, you go get your shit done. You know what I'm saying? If people catch you on road and they want to do something to you and you're about that life, okay, you got the blower on you, you'll handle your business. But you don't need 10 mans with you and only 2 mans have it on them or just 1. And then the rest of you guys are just running. Because that's what it be. It don't be like 5 mans with 5 burners. It'd be 5 mans with like 1-2 burners tops. And then what are the rest of you guys doing? Just standing around?
Nah, you know what the rest of the mans do, bro? They patrol the area, fam. Like, they are literally on lookout, bro. Like, they'll randomly open the door to see who's in the hallways.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally, it becomes like a Call of Duty mission, fam. Like, it becomes like a search and destroy type of situation where it's like, okay, like, he has the burn, but like, I'm gonna make sure, let me circle. I'm just gonna walk around and make sure everything's good. You know, it really, it's militant, though. That is literally how militaries would operate, you know? But,
I want to say one last thing on this, though.
Yeah.
As far as how I'm moving forward. Like, I'll do stories on this type of shit all day. Okay? If something like this happens, as journalists or whatever, people who react to, trending topics, I'm going to react to it. But if you're not an artist who's doing a certain amount of views and streams for all of the bullshit that you're doing, I'm not even trying to interview you and promote you trying to get your career to another level. And this is the type of effort that you're keeping up. So like if you're only doing like a 20 pack, maybe 30, 40,000 views off of all of the stupid shit that you're doing, don't expect to get more promotion off of coming and doing an interview with me.
Jeez. Okay, wait, what is the minimum amount of listeners someone has to have to get a We Love Hip Hop interview? And I'm sure
there is
a lot
no
of people
minimum
like
amount of listeners. If you're not on that bullshit, if you're really serious about making music, you could have less streams than them. Pull up. Let's have a conversation because you're serious about your music and one day you're going to be a big artist. But if you're just out there for clout and a couple of views off of YouTube, I got a 50,000 pack of views off of YouTube, but I'm the one who's keeping up all type of shit and making 100 shots, shoot all over the place and just to get a 50,000 views. Don't think you can come to me and then go talk about your ops and do all type of dumb shit. Hell no. I don't care how much views it's gonna get because the man them get to hear from the gully guy. I don't care no more. I'm not promoting your bullshit.
Gee.
So if they'll call me a hypocrite for interviewing Top 5, if I interview Top 5 because he keeps up the bullshit, yeah, he also gets 1 million views for his music videos. So it's worth the bullshit. It's worth the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're in a tricky situation because it's like, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we don't want to or at least I'm not going to speak for you, but I know that you don't want to promote a bunch of degeneracy, but at the same time, what if that's what people want to hear from? Then it's okay, well, you also have to meet the online demand because you're also a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's hard, but then people are going to blame you for promoting certain acts, but then they'll also blame you for not promoting what's real Toronto hip hop or whatever. So what do you guys want for Friday, bro?
No, I don't care what they want from me. I know what I want for myself, and I know what I want for when I sleep at night and the reputation that goes down the line, right? If you're actually getting something off of all of the stupid crashing out that you're doing, as far as Top 5 crashes out all the time. I don't condone of it, but he's also the most popular Toronto rapper out of all the Toronto rappers. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? You think so? You think he's the most popular in terms of his music or in terms of as a known personality?
Known personality and his music, because he has a lot of streams.
And let me see his monthly listeners, because is he really number one?
No, he probably not the number one in streams out of everyone. Okay, but he does make millions of streams. He has songs with Drakeo the Ruler, G Herbo, all these different people. So for all of, and I hate sounding like this because I'm not the one who wants to defend Top 5, but for all the efforty that he does, he still goes and tries to link up and do a bunch of business moves so that he can get a big tune coming out. So that every time he drops a tune, it's an event. You know what I'm saying? The man's working on a Gucci Mane tune that we're going to get into just now. But it's like, at least you're trying to work a play so that there's some kind of return on the effery.
Yeah, he's not just being degenerate and that's it. Like he actually has like he has motion with the music and he's still leaning into that. He didn't just like drop that to be like doing antics or whatever.
Yes, Ak was playing that 2 cases over and over again in the beginning of his stream. You don't think those guys worked out some kind of, even if it's just based off the relationship, you made the relationship with Ak so that he can start running your tunes. What are you guys doing?
He has 83,000 monthly listeners, and that is impressive, especially for Toronto numbers. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Pressa has more. Like Casper's around the same 88K. But
okay.
DJ Natural said no one asked for a top 5 in Gucci Mane, I guess, song. So at the same time, though, do you think people listen to Top 5's music constantly, or is it more like they're just tuned into whatever he does?
Whoever is his fan base, listen to his shit constantly. Okay, he probably has some kind of core fan base out there who just likes to hear people talk about drill and shit. Remember, there's a fan base for drill music, right? And drill music to me is not the most lyrical shit. So there's a fan base for that. So I think Top 5 gets a part of that fan base. And then the rest of the people are just listening because of all of the other antics and shit like that. So when he drops a new tune, they're like, okay, let's see what the antic man has to say. You know what I'm saying? And even if that just to hate watch it, he's gonna get at least 1 million views, even if 50% of them are hate watches.
It's true. Yeah, he's given himself a really big voice in the scene. You know, like his voice actually like means something in the scene. At least either it's going to create a reaction and it's polarizing and people are going to hate it or love it, but like it matters at least. You know what I'm saying? And it's better to matter than not matter on the grand scheme of things. Like especially if you're an artist, like you could be terrible, but like if you matter, then you could be really good, but no one cares. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's been able to create attention and still be like, yo, I'm a musical artist, right? And listen, this is no shade on, well, it is kind of shade on the other guys that I've been dealing with, because the reason he's been saying all of this on his live is because they've been going back and forth. Okay. But the thing is where I think where these guys are not getting where maybe Top 5 gets is, yes, keep up the antics, but you guys have kept it too real. How are you showing guns on camera? You know what I'm saying? And then with the antics, are you trying to communicate with labels? Are you trying to communicate with different artists on the other side of the border and try to make connections? You know what I'm saying? Because both things have to happen at the same time. This nigga was on the, and I hate picking him up like this because it sounds crazy, because it makes it sound like I'm encouraging Top 5's effery. But while he was on the run, he was making plays.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas just be on the run and just not doing anything, just doing more crime. The man was on the run trying to go to the studio and let's do a track. I can't be mad at that, bro.
I see your point. Yeah, I do think no matter what, though, there will be a subsection of the population that will just never get behind this type of music. And I feel like especially there are members of the hip hop community who aren't necessarily fans of drill music and see the harmful effects that it can have in reality. You know what I'm saying? Like we see it. Drill is one of those genres that like I feel like you can directly correlate it to real life events. You know, sometimes like country music, pop music, it's all like hypothetical and abstract. It's like, no, like he literally did what he just said. and like here's the news article about it, and here's the court case, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the scary part, is that it's almost like the most manifestable music, in the sense where that it'll come true, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, somebody said, and quick fast, if you see this on the screen here, Top 5's first record after beating a murder case will be with Gucci Mane. Beat a Murder coming soon. And this is from Boondog's Instagram story. Say Pedro got a LaFleur 1017 feature, hashtag murder beats coming soon. And Top 5 did tell me behind the scenes that he had a murder beats in the tuck.
yeah, what happened to Murder Beats? I actually just watched the video essay about how, like, not that he fell off, but like he tried to start his own label, and you know, he was at one point he was the sound of hip hop, and now it's kind of like, I'm sure he's loaded, but he sold a lot of his catalog too.
I don't know, man. He's at the end of the day, he still is Canadian, no matter how much love that the Americans have given him. So there's that, and bro, not everybody stays hot forever, right? Everybody has their moment. He had his moment. He'll probably have another one, and then he'll go not cold, but then he'll go behind again. You know, I think Metro Boomin is having more of a moment right now as far as all the producers. Maybe even Mustard. Mustard had a moment, went away for a second, and now he's having another moment. So maybe it's the same thing for Murder Beats. As far as this collabo here, though, what do you think of that? You think that's a good move?
Yeah, I mean, it's better to have a song with Gucci Mane than not have a song with Gucci Mane, you know, like in terms of just like an average person. I think it's a great move. I think it's also him, like, you know what I also think he's realizing? He's like, yo, I got this American audience. Like, I really gotta hone in on that. Forget this Toronto stuff. I already took over Toronto. Like, there's almost like nowhere else for me to go in terms of Toronto, but like I can tap into my markets in Atlanta and New York, in LA, whatever.
Yeah, because you're right. He does have a big American audience, and I think that's really plausible that he can have that feature. Because remember when Gucci Mane first came home, his first feature that he had was with Drake.
Jeez, well, both.
I think the song was called "Back on Road" or something like that. Y'all, comment gang strong, help me out if I don't feel like looking it up right now. Drake did bless Gucci Mane with a feature when he first touched road. Right, so I think that 5 has been speaking with Gucci Mane behind the scene. I mean, 5 has been speaking with Drake behind the scenes, obviously, right? Like, you know, he kind of outed it when he first came home and all that stuff. So obviously he talked to Drake. Yo, Drizzy, can you get me in touch with Gucci Mane?
But you know what's interesting about Gucci Mane, and I feel like there are a few other rappers like this, like maybe even like a T.I. or something. Like they, in a way, they almost started off in the same realm as like a Top 5 or like a Casper in terms of like they're a rapper, but they were also like involved in like crime or like allegedly. But then they got so big as moguls that like people forget about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because of their success, it's like, yo, you're so major that it's like we don't care about all the antics you used to do because now you're just like an elite rich businessman, you know? So I think that's what these guys are looking to do, is just like in order to kind of wipe their slate clean, they just have to like be like mega successful.
Yeah. And a Gucci Mane feature is probably like 50 racks.
What? Probably more.
What? Come on, bro.
Bro, I seen a post, and tell me if you think this is true, but there was a post that Casper paid 80 bands for the D-Thang feature or whatever.
Really?
But I don't know how true that was. I was gonna say if he's charging 80 bands, Gucci's charging 6 figures. Easy. But I don't know how true that is.
I don't know how true that is. D-Thang for 80 bangs? 80 bands? Comment gang strong. How much you think a D-Thang feature would cost? Right? He's a Bronx drill rapper. He does a million. He has a bunch of videos at 1 million views.
80 bands definitely not though. But like that's the post out. That's what was going around. Maybe it's just like a rumor.
That's crazy. I want to ask the comment gang over here. How much? I'll do this. I'll do a different kind of poll. How much for a Gucci feature? I'm gonna put two different choices. Or I'm gonna put three different choices. 50,000. 100,000.
Yeah, put the ranges.
200,000.
Most mans are saying about 10 to 20.
10
Just as
to
okay.
20?
Just as okay saying $50.
Because Gucci does a lot of features. That's why that number 50K or even less started popping up in my mind. I was thinking maybe even you can say, yo, Gucci, I'll give you 20 cash. I'll send that over to you right now. You know what I mean? And let's get this popping, bro. I just need 16 bars. I don't need a hook. You don't even need to give me the craziest 16. Just give me 16 bars.
Well, it says here you can hire Gucci Mane. Okay, booking Gucci Mane for an event can cost between 300 and 500K.
Jeez.
Gucci Mane can earn for appearance up to like 60K plus travel. I don't know. It's I'm sure if you're a guy though, he's gonna give you a discount.
Yeah, if you're Drake's friend,
he might even do it for the freeze.
For the freeze is kind of crazy, but maybe. You got to be a good friend, bro. Like, have we done business before? Because, like, I know Drake. Drake blessed him with that one. Like, Drake's not charging for the feature. You get me?
Yo, yeah. Plus, like Gucci Mane, like Drake got Gucci Mane into the country, and that gives him a whole window of opportunity to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So maybe he's like, yeah, I'll do a quick 16 because of you. I'm able to do a concert in Toronto or whatever.
Yeah, I'm able to do a concert in Toronto. You help to amplify my monthly listeners, because if you go and look up Gucci Mane's monthly listeners, they're high, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Gucci Mane, it's probably a few mil, no?
Let me go on Spotify here.
I'm about to make moves in a little bit. Probably by 1:30, I'm gonna head out. 13.8 million. But yo, at the same time, fam, you have to understand a lot of these artists that are like super surdy, they also pay for views. So maybe he has like 5 million a month, like actual listeners, and then they'll boost it to like 18. Like Russ was exposing like the stream farms and stuff, and that all these like major label artists, they're all on that. And I don't know if the chat agrees, but for me, it's hard to believe these massive numbers. I'm not saying he doesn't have these massive numbers, but I also believe that they can appear to be inflated.
They can, but look at some of the stuff that he has up here. He has bare features that are in his highest viewed ones, right? And yes, the industry does bulk up the streams of the guys who are signed to major labels, right? Whether it's YouTube or whatever. But look at this. Wake Up in the Sky, like you said, 1 billion streams. There's not even a feature on this one.
No, isn't that song with Bruno Mars?
Is it with Bruno Mars? Because I don't be knowing.
Wait, can you go on the song credits for that?
Let's go to the song credits. That's crazy. This nigga got 1 billion streams. Hold on. Let's pull up the song credits.
View credits, yeah.
Perform. Oh yeah, Bruno Mars, Gucci Mane, and Kodak Black.
Look at all the writers.
That's crazy. Produced by Bruno Mars, Die Crazy. Oh, yo, but right there, just that, having Bruno Mars and Kodak Black on one song together, that earned him a song that's in his catalog or on his Spotify page with 1 billion streams, which adds to his monthly listeners. Okay. I Get a Bag with the Migos, 570 million. Right? Lil Durk, 133 million. Both, which is the other song that he had with Drake. He has more than one song with Drake.
I like that song. Both is a good song.
Yeah, that song's fire. This album is fire. The intro, dashing through the snow. Yo, that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, It is kind of like a Christmas album.
Yeah, you see what the Gucci man with the Christmas thing on it? Gucci's the goat.
Gucci claws.
But yeah, 365 million streams on that. So let me see what the comment gang is saying as far as what his price would be. A lot of people are saying 50K.
For Gucci Mane.
Yeah. 100K is at 28% and 200K is at 17%. You're saying you're getting Gucci for the cheap.
I don't know how much money. Like, okay, Top 5 already has a platform, so I'm sure he could recoup that. But if you're a random person and you're just starting to make music, do you feel like you would get a return on investment if you spent money on a Gucci Mane feature?
If I get the video too, yeah.
You need the video.
That's fact.
The video is usually extra. Or it's included, maybe. Sometimes it's like included in the bigger price.
Well, you got to think about it now from his strategic point of view. He's home. He got blessed with some money from when he first came home. He got like 200K from Bundog, right? I don't know what other monies he got. He got some gifts, some Richard Mills and all these different things, right? If I was him, this is just me, I would sell one of those Richard Milles right away. Give me the cash. If I got 3 of them or 2 of them, I'm gonna sell one of those, bro. Let me hold something. You know what I'm saying? And then put that on a feature.
Yeah, that's valid. Or in the mutual funds.
Yeah, that too. But, you know what I'm saying? If you were trying to make some plays for your music, take some of that money that man's then blessed you with, and get a feature.
But wouldn't you feel disrespected if you gifted a man like a very, I mean, I guess these guys are gifting man's watches, but yeah, I guess if you gift a man a watch and then he sells it. Now think about it, like man's gifting each other watches is also like, I mean, I guess it's respectable. It's like a gift, but it's like, that is a very casual practice in the industry. And it's kind of like, I don't know. Is it a power play? Watch?
I know that's what's I know. I can hear your brain.
No, because I just realized it just clicked. I'm like, yo, like these mans really be giving other mans like very expensive gifts. Like I might gift my homie like if it's his birthday, like even that, like
here's a couple of spliffs, bro.
Yeah, like yo, don't worry, I got you on food. You know, like it's tight. But, like, a whole watch. I'm not dissing, you know, because obviously it's a good gesture and it's like a gift is a gift, but it's like, you know how Jake was saying like things you do for mans like we do for women or whatever. I super cleaned it, but you know what I'm saying? Like that is like, yo, Friday, like would you ever gift like your homies like a super expensive piece of jewelry?
I'm not rich.
If you were rich? If you were rich, right, and it was, you know, me and Dusty, like the podcast is popping, would you drop 200 bands on jewelry?
Oh, somebody get me a paper bag. I'm gonna hyperventilate. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happens once you start passing $1 million threshold, or once you start getting into like, I don't know how my attitude will change, bro. Maybe I'll start getting more generous. Now, at this point, no. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm not buying you something that's like a couple of grand if you're not like a gal.
That's literally, that is my exact point where it's like, why don't people think it's weird? But at the same time, like, I understand like rich, really, really, really rich people will gift you things. And it's almost like a diplomatic relationship kind of thing where it's like, okay, we're giving you this. By you accepting this, like, you rock with us. You know? Like, I feel like it's one of those. Like rich Dubai sheikhs will, like, give Lil Wayne a Ferrari. And it's kind of like...
Now what?
You know, but... I guess they have... Like, whenever they need a favor from Wayne, whenever they need something from Wayne, it's kind of like he can't say no. They're like, how's the Ferrari? Oh, okay, good. We have a birthday party coming up. You know, we really need you there.
I hope you know, because somebody just said the right thing on right here in the chat. Comment gang strong. Justice OK says everything comes with a price. For some reason, that came in my brain that had like an accent. Everything comes with the price.
Y'all
You
don't
probably
have
could do
real
the accent better than me, bro.
Everything comes with a price. Y'all don't have real friends if you wouldn't give your day one some crazy, is what DJ Natural's saying. Something crazy.
Something crazy like what? Like I can, you ever hear the thought that counts? I can give you something nice, but like, am I going to buy you a car? Like what? With the bow on it? This is for you. This is for you, bro.
I feel like I would only do that for like my family members. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was like an uncle or a cousin or something, like I feel like that'd be cool. If it's a homie, like if you're very, very up, then of course, like you're gonna, break them off or whatever. But like, I don't know, the idea of buying jewelry, I feel like is in my mind reserved for like women in your life, But at the same time, I'm talking very expensive, but I feel like maybe I'm coming from like a lower middle class mentality, which is probably why we don't get it.
We don't get it, bro. We don't got enough money, man. Once we get more money, then I'll be popping up at the studio. Hey, Czar, got this for you.
Oh my God, Friday, the rollie I've always wanted. How'd you know?
You know the little velvet box? Thought about you when I was at the rollie store, Czar. We gotta stop before these guys come.
Exactly what I wanted.
I don't know how every week I find some way to start trolling these or clowning these guys, bro.
Remember when P. Diddy offered to go to take 50 Cent shopping?
What you mean you want to take me shopping?
Yeah, like, I guess if it's your like day one homie who's like, they were there for the whole journey, I feel like you might get them like one thing at the beginning, but it can't be a habit of me just showering my homie with gifts, I'd rather use that money to give them opportunity to see what they can do. Cause like, I don't believe that like you should just throw money at the problem. Like you got to give them like their own business or something, you know what I'm saying? Put them in positions where they can do their own thing. But if it's just like, yo, bro, I got you another necklace. It's like, what?
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, you thought of me? You shouldn't have.
Yo, imagine you're at imagine you're at the mall with your homies and they're just looking at a jewelry store and you're like, you want that? I can get it for you, bro.
Yo, bro.
I see you looking at you. Want that watch?
I'm gonna fucking push you into the glass, bro. Get off it. What do you mean if you want that? Who are you talking to, bro? If we are up, listen, I'll get my own, bro. Like, get out of it. We're gonna talk when we get in the car.
But ideally, like you would want your homies to be able to buy whatever they want. So that's what I feel like. Okay, if you have money, you got to do your best to put these people in positions where where they can make their own money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's just like you're taking care of them, that can turn sour too.
Natural said something true. If you're up and your homie's broke, I get that. You know what I mean? Yo, the homie ain't got no money. Yo, I'm buying some Richard Mills. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? I got one for you too. But
if my homie was broke, I would not give him a Richard Millie. I'd get him a job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I gonna get you jewelry, bro? Like,
broke as shit with the
you need you need opportunity, bro. You don't need a chain. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a bracelet.
Man's walking back into his house with roaches, waving the Richard Millie.
But like, if you're getting him a car so he can use that to make money, then it's like, okay, then maybe I will. I'm not getting you a Ferrari. I might get you like a Honda Civic or a Corolla Max. I'm not getting you
that guy up to lose, bro. You get him a Ferrari. By the time 2 weeks pass, he's gonna be asking you for money for gas, bro.
Yeah, yo, I can't even get you a luxury car. I literally have to get you an electric car if you're broke, unless you want me to just like. But I would rather just like, okay, like you're broke, I'll give you a job. But then it's like you have to actually do a job. You can't just sit there, you know?
Yeah, get a job and then go buy yourself a car. Or once I see you got some money in the bank, you know what? I see you've been doing good. Here's a car for me. Oh, you shouldn't have.
Respect, broski. You shouldn't have.
That
was funny. That was funny. Man. That was amazing.
Man. Well, listen, salute the top 5. Hopefully that Gucci Mane thing is not capped, and we will see that feature coming soon. Drop that shit before the end of the year, though, please, bro, please. Right? Don't make Young Thug just touch road. He's already in the studio with a few other guys, and he looks like he's ready to drop a tune just now, bro. And he looks like he's ready to diss Gunna or something.
Yeah, well, salute to you, Friday. I'm gonna head out. I'll probably see you later. Am I seeing you later?
Yeah. I'm gonna pop out.
Okay. All right. Salute, chat. You know what I'm saying? By the way, on Burrow Sound, we just dropped a one-on-one kind of like Vlad TV style interview with Hoodlum, where it's just him and the camera. I might start doing those. They're kind of jokes, and like I guess because like I'm quote unquote white, it really felt like a Vlad interview. So you guys should check that out on Burrow Sound. But yeah, salute to the chat. Salute to Friday. Holla.
DJ Czar, aka DJ Vlad. Salute to DJ Czar, man. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man. Comment gang strong. I've been just out here messing around. But before anybody joins the combo, I want to make sure that I load up another topic. So you know what I'm saying? We cooking over here. We cooking. Holy. Okay, there it is. Let me pin that. Bada boom, bada bing. As far as the Gucci Mane feature, how much for a Gucci Mane feature? 50K seems to be the winner. 44% says 50K. 33% says 100K, and 200K. 29 actually now percent says 200K. So yeah. I guess people ain't saying that Gucci's worth that much. Damn. They know it was like that, bro. Okay, what else do I got loaded up here? We got topics. Let me go to my list. Oh, let me stay on this top 5 stuff for a quick second. Let's go back on Instagram because top 5 did mention. Hold on, who's this? I said I wanted to load up another topic. Who this? What up? Yo. You're not saying words, bro? All right. Troll. You see, the thing is, when we get into these topics that are touchy topics, man, them get offended. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how dare Friday tell us that we're stupid for doing stupid shit? Because you're doing stupid shit. Okay, so there might be a few people who might be popping in. You know, I'm probably gonna get a few DMs Friday. How you dissing the man them for us crashing out? Oh, I don't know. Should I tell you to crash out more next time? You tell me what you want me to do. So you're gonna probably get a few more of those before the end of the live. So one of the things that people were saying, or top 5 was saying in his little rant about the crash outs, was, hey, I went and dropped off money to, he used the word goofy when he was talking about Duvy, or maybe he said Duvy. I'm not sure. Maybe we're gonna have to replay that. All right. But salute to AGB to Don over there in the chat. But what I will pull up is top 5 going to visit Duvy over at the Toronto South, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll play this.
Jail. So I came and dropped this nigga some money. Free that nigga. And I'm by myself.
Hold on, let's play from the beginning.
I know how it feels to be in jail. So I came and dropped this nigga some money. Free that nigga. And I'm by myself. I know how.
So 5 went over, and how much money did he drop off here? I think that says $300. So he went and dropped the man 300. I think there's a I know there's a limit on the amount of canteen money that you can put into somebody's account, right? Gang, what's the limit of the amount of canteen money that you can put in somebody's account? Like, what's the max? Is it 3 bills now? Like, what's the max? Thank God I haven't been to jail in a long time, so I don't know what the max is that you can have in your canteen. I know once upon a time, I think it was like $90 or something like that. Or I think you can spend a max of $90 from your canteen. All right. Steve Jr. says, I'm pretty sure the limit is 200. Maybe it's changed. It's possibly changed because, you know, inflation. Prices go up. A bag of chips probably way more than what it used to be back like 10, 15 years ago. But from what I was playing before, it kind of seems like a play. I'm not trying to, downplay anything that Top 5 is doing as far as like him trying to extend an olive branch over to Duvy and them. He did make his promises when he first came home, talking about how, he was going to bring the city together and, let me know who I need to go hit up, and we'll go hit up some of the people that I might have affected with some of the ways that I've been talking. Right? So maybe it's time that he's making good on this. That's what I thought before I heard this. So let's play this again. What we were playing earlier.
I seen 100 niggas in the studio jumping. What the fuck? 100 niggas jumping. Niggas are ratting on themselves. Niggas are ratting on themselves. What the fuck you guys jumping? Up to you. A lot of these guys. You see what they did to themselves yesterday? You motherfuckers crashed out.
Go to No Frills and drop off an application, nigga.
Drop an application? Damn. You niggas fucked up. How the fuck you having a birthday party in the studio with 100 niggas, no bitches? Jumping up. That shit better be props.
Niggas think they're Fredo Santana, huh?
Niggas Fredo.
Wait for it.
Studio session. Lock off. Lock off. You know, I had to drop that goofy some canteen yesterday.
Right there. Right there. Said, I had to drop that goofy some canteen yesterday. It's like, damn, bro. 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. Maybe I'm like Charlie Brown. Right? Charlie Brown with the football. Every time that Lucy tries to play football with him. Because I'd be like, oh, maybe he means well. And then I get tricked every time. Right? I'll show you. This is me when it comes to Top 5 and it's, making good. I'm gonna start, reaching out and bringing the city together. Is it this? We'll find it. Lucy, let's do this. Football. Right there.
Relax here a while, Charlie Brown. We'll solve this problem together. The way I see it, your problem...
That's me right there. This is Charlie Brown. Respectfully, this is Top 5 right here. Okay, they're going to go play some football.
Problem is one of emotions. When you have emotional problems, it is usually because you have no outlets.
Don't psychiatrist. Who can you trust? This time I'm really gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick the habit. This is the end of all my faults. Ah!
Every single time. Every single time, bro. It's disgusting.
Goofy was starving in there. Goofy was starving.
Yo. I give up, man. I give up, man. Niggas crash out. Do whatever you want, bro. Do whatever you want, man. Okay? If you want to make peace, make peace. Y'all want to crash out, crash out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to dry stitch on each other, do whatever you want to do, man. I'm just going to watch the show. We'll react to it on live. We'll react to it on the podcast. I'm not going to give no more advice to you guys, man. This is just it's not getting through. Or I'm not even just going to believe the bullshit y'all tell me. Yo, Friday, I'm trying to do better. You know, I'm trying to turn the leaf out here.
Homies didn't drop it. His homies don't have money. Ever heard the studio get locked off?
Fuck, fam, that's a head scratcher. So I can't even lie to the guys.
23 niggas going down, jumping in the studio like there's some gals. You'll never see me, you, or my homies doing that.
Nah, you're too turf, fam. I can't do it.
Oh, man. It's like the bait and switch, bro. Everybody covered it. Look, Top 5 goes to the East Detention to drop off money to Duvy's canteen inmate account.
I know how it feels to be in jail, so I came and dropped this nigga.
This nigga should be a politician. You lie and make people believe it just like a politician. Trudeau ain't got nothing on this nigga right here.
Get some money. Free that nigga. And I'm by myself. I know how it feels to be in jail.
No? Am I lying, gang? This man should run for office, bro. He lets them lies off smooth, bro. Makes the lie feel so true. You don't even mind that the nigga lying. You're just like, bro, you got this, fam. You know he's lying, but like, I believe you, bro. Whatever you say, man. So I'm going to cut this short as far as this story right here because it's really not really worth the attention. Top 5, he played the game again. He did the bait and switch. I'm doing the peace thing. It's peace. It's peace. Don't get me wrong. Those guys did crash out in the studio. They did do some stupid shit. I'm never going to excuse that. However, that sentiment wasn't real. Okay, he was playing games. Let's move on though. Who's this? Man like OVO Yachty. What are you saying, broski?
Why pre? Everything good, right?
I'm good, man.
Did you let off all the steam earlier in the stream? I hope you let everything out.
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I got it all out of my system. Woosa.
Only thing I'm gonna say on that is how much stamina do you need to get, boys?
On what specifically? The 100 shots?
No, Friday, you know the thing I hate the most is videoing yourself with all the weapons and the incriminating stuff. Like, how much dumber do you need to be? But
a lot of these guys
fall the yard with that and you are wrapped.
Well, a lot of these guys have been watching Chief Keef and all of these different guys who are doing that over there in the States, but they're not realizing that those guys are, one, catching cases, minus Chief Keef, but a lot of his friends all around him all caught a bunch of cases. And then when you go deeper down south, those guys, half of them have permits. Half of them aren't dirty as they might look on the camera just because they got shirts off and tattoos. doesn't mean that their record is not clean, and then they went and got themselves a legal gun. So they're waving the Draco with the beam on it, but they went and bought it at the Walmart.
Yep. I don't like it, man. It's just sad to see a generation of people decide to throw away their lives for nothing.
Yeah.
Throw away their life for nothing. And then also to go into, based on what you're saying, because obviously I don't know Toronto, what you're saying, going to a community or an area that sounds to me doesn't indulge in that type of lifestyle, I'm going to obstruct those people over there for nothing.
Yeah, the studio is in a pretty, I guess, affluent area. I won't even say affluent, middle upper class area. It used to be a low income area in that specific spot because it used to be Parkdale, but because of gentrification, the area's changed its name to Liberty Village, and there's a whole bunch of new businesses and homes around there.
Right.
So,
So you want to bring your trouble to somewhere that don't need your trouble. What's the point, bro? Oh man. These young brothers don't think twice, you know what I mean? One thing for sure, two things for certain. You're gonna get catch no matter what you do. You know what I mean? Trouble will always follow you. As we say in yard, one time trouble, two times every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, Yardi, while I have you here, I want to ask you something as far as an OVO story, because you are our OVO Jamaican correspondent.
Go ahead, go through.
All right. I'm gonna pull up something on Instagram here. Because there was something brewing in the OVO camp. Which was it now? Let me go on Academics' page here. He was saying something about the Weeknd and Drake maybe being cool, or behind the scenes they might have worked something out. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, the only thing I know, and I can use a local source on this one, who actually has a source in Toronto, so it's a pretty decent source, is conversations actually have been had. To what extent, they don't know. You know what I mean? So yes, conversations were had. They just don't know the level of, everything's cool now, or can agree to disagree, or, you know what I mean? But conversations were definitely had. That I know for sure. I don't know to what extent though. I don't know. Do I think it's a good move to try and have? Well, you know what? It's what I would say. Over the last 6 months, Drake has been moving like a top diplomat, literally. Like slowly but surely, he's been piecing up some things along the way.
Right.
Like he's done the Atlanta thing, you know. I mean, I never thought that, Atlanta left him, but narrative-wise, he's went ahead and patched that up quite quickly. You get what I'm saying? He's always had Houston on his side. He's never lost Houston, as you would know. I don't know what Drake's relationship with New York, but that probably be a mainstream relationship based on, New York being a big city. So he's always going to have mainstream success there. Plus him and 50 Cent are cool, and Fat Joe is cool. So he's secured New York. I mean, maybe not Jay-Z, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Based on how he's looking, he's probably always going to have a slight issue with the West Coast. I don't even want to say West Coast. Really just, I guess I can say goof.
I found it. 1 second, I'll play it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me play the thing here off of Twitter. So this is what Academic said about the
dudes. They're around some of the dudes in XO these days. They've seen them in clubs. Again, no one you would know. But for the people who knows OVO and knows XO, they'll know the players.
I know.
They be like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's no way they're beefing when we see these two guys. They were in the club this weekend, or they were at this spot, like around each other. Like, how are these two guys beefing? Then we hear, or I eventually hear, that apparently Drake and I'm gonna just say XO. I'm not gonna name any particular person or people, but the XO situation is, so, managing. I mean, I don't want to make no declaration like, oh, they're best friends again. It's like managing, right? Now, what does that mean? Without XO really going at Drake, all that Future shit goes out the window. Like Future, even Metro to a certain extent.
I'll stop there. The person that they have behind the scenes, that they have a mutual friend, and this is just from my outside observation. I'm not giving an inside point of view on the shit. Preme's brother Gilla is somebody who's down with the XO guys, but that's Preme's actual brother. You know what I'm saying?
That blood brother.
Blood brother. So it's kind of sticky to have a blood brother of yours that's on the other side of the team, or on the other team, and you know you're one of Drake's right-hand mans. Like Preme's been down with Drake from like almost day one. So as far as like that common link that academics is talking about, that like y'all would know him or whatever, in Toronto we know that Preme's brother's been down with that squad from time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and I also had the interview with Peter Adwal. From
I heard that
Vancouver.
interview. Yeah, I heard about it.
And he had a little bit more insight on this shit, right?
Yeah.
He said it ain't nothing. It's something that can be resolved. So as far as it being resolved, I think it may be.
Well, again, like I said, I've only been told a conversation was had. No one knows to what extent, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I'm in the entertainment space. I know people who put on big shows. You know what I mean? I know I'm connected in that space. You know what I mean? So certain things had to happen for certain things to happen, which is gonna come up, which I can't say. You know what I mean? I can't say.
Right.
So that's the only reason how I got that info. You know what I mean?
It's like that, eh?
Yeah, it's just like that. So it's one of those where, and that's why I use the word Drake's been a very good diplomat over the last 6 months. You know, like just doing his thing. You see him putting on his show, putting out his appearance. Well, and not him, but people putting out him popping up at people's events. You know what I mean? Showing love and like diplomatically speaking, he hasn't killed the whole narrative, but what he's done is he's almost quelled it a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think people are over that not like us stuff, man. No, besides the industry giving its accolades and whatever they're going to be doing for it, I think people are over that, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though, even the whole thing with Skepta, I don't know if you saw that thing. Did you see the thing with Skepta the other day?
I did.
And that whole thing about, the whole beef destroying people's pockets, I agree to an extent. He's probably hurting the younger artist's pocket. Because even academics said it. It's not the main men that's gonna get hurt. It's the men below that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guys on the come up.
Yeah, they're gonna get checked. So their pockets are gonna get hurt. So I understand why Skepta said it. But I think people are taking it badly because they know Skepta's on Drake's side. So it's kind of like a thing of, oh no, if Drake won this battle, then it would have sounded different. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not gonna go away like that, but certain points are gonna go over people's head. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, I have here on the screen, courtesy of Poetic Flocko, he said, we spoke to Six Buzz and confirmed the reports from outlets that YG put Preme in a headlock is false and stemmed from a satire post that went viral. Preme and YG spoke, no altercation took place. Right. So there's been a rumor going around that and it says here, this is from Rap Post TV. Says LA rapper YG reportedly put Canadian rapper Preme in a headlock and gave him a wedgie while he was in LA. That's cap. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Come on, you can't have Drake's right hand man being hanged up by the young ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
But what I would say though, and Friday, I told you this 3-4 months ago. There needs to be some Toronto leadership. A little. You can check me when you say I'm going wrong, right? From an outsider, Toronto looks a little bit chaotic from the point of view. There's no outright, no one really stepping up and checking people, right? People are just doing things free-milly, right? And if Drake is the top dog in the city, like, and I'm not putting all the blame on Drake, but you can't have the young ones acting away. You gotta keep them in check. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. You gotta step on some toes and talk to them straight, you know? Like, I'm sure in the order of hierarchy, Chubbs and Buckle and Preme and them man are top of the chain, TB are top of the chain, and then the rest of them are below. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have the young ones in check. You can't just have them running around free milli out here, bro. It's not a good look for the city. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Even with like this recent thing that just happened here.
No. General, even with the whole thing that you just said about YG and Preme, like those narratives need to go away. Like they need to be checked out quick. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I think even beyond that, like they should be getting online, posting like we denounce the activities that happened at that studio.
Oh yeah. All that too. Yeah, I agree. That
right?
too.
So that
too.
them guys will see that Drake doesn't even rate that activity, and it'll make them start thinking different before doing something stupid like that again.
Yeah, and probably would be like, oh man, we fucked up a studio opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, you know
Drake
what I mean?
saw
Like,
that and he said it was dumb.
yeah, like that's the thing. And that's, you remember when you asked me what I want from Drake? These are the things I'm looking now. Like he's already satisfied me, pause, from a legendary musical point of view. Now I need to see leadership. Now I need to see the real boss, like move like the boss. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like take ownership. You say you claim the sixth god. All right, move like the sixth god then. You know what I mean? Not saying you never did, but just put
Take
the
it to the
statement
next
out.
level.
Yeah, take it to another level. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
people respect you. So that's my expectations. You know. So yeah, man. That's what I would say regarding all of that, bro. That's the only thing I want from Jada is take some serious leadership. Start using your social media. And, yo, them man moving like oysters out here. I don't roll with that. That's not how we move around these ways. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing that it would do is kill this whole Toronto is white mentality that America's trying to put on Toronto, as you would see. Like it would G check them. You see what I'm saying? Now Drake can check the whole city and be like, yo, this is not how we rolling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Even condone.
I'm not. By the way, I don't want to only put this on Drake. But if you're gonna claim the big guy, move like it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, yo, listen, OVO Yachty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it moving here.
Yeah, no problem. And by the way, I just want to say one thing. I have a question for the chat. How long? This is a good question. How long before Thug heads back into this pen? Because the way our Thug is moving, I actually made that bet. I said, give it 2 years and Thug is back in the pen. Just give it 2 years.
Probably
so it's rainbow. Yeah, man. Yo, Fatty, you stay good. Bless you, bro. You know what I mean? Keep up the good work. And if I get to break the news, hopefully I can. Hopefully, I'm gonna ask the person. The next stream you have, I'm gonna try and come on and tell you. But I'm not allowed to say it right now.
Let me know, man.
All right, cool, bro. Stay steady, bro.
You too, brother. Bless.
Cool. Yeah.
Salute to OVO Yachty, man. And yeah, man, salute to Drizzy Drake, man. Hopefully him and the Weeknd have been able to work that their issues out. Alan Watts said 3 years and 3 years in Thug. Okay, I got a story here. Or it's not even a story. It's just more of an observation that I realized as far as this whole Lil Wayne Superbowl type ish. I'm sorry, man. I respect Lil Wayne. I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the pioneer of a lot of stuff. He made having tattoos on your face super popular. He made drinking lean super popular. Those are not good things, but the things that you're seeing all these young rap niggas do now is a product of Lil Tunchi, aka Lil Wayne, aka Dwayne Carter. And I was watching a video, salute to Luista. And I'm gonna do a quick apology first before I run the video. Salute to a Luista and kind of an apology. Somebody said also the first Lil. He one of the first Lils. I think he's the first popular Lil. And a bunch of Lils came after him. But as far as this whole Super Bowl shit that he's been crying and whining about, you don't deserve to be on the Super Bowl, bro. You're still a great artist. You're still one of the greatest of all time when it comes to this rap shit, when it comes to putting on different people the way that you put on Drake and Nicki Minaj and Tyga. A few flops, you know what I'm saying? Lil Twist wasn't the biggest success, but you looked out. But Super Bowl, no, sir. And I'm gonna go through this Luista video, and Luista gives a perfect explanation of why Lil Wayne shouldn't be performing at the Super Bowl.
He is a legend in hip-hop and arguably one of the best MCs of all time when he was in his prime. But it's fair to say that the past couple of months have been pretty rough for Weezy. And well, he's not making things any easier for himself, as his ego and sense of entitlement keeps contrasting with the reality of where he's at now. Because these days, people are really on his neck in a way that you usually don't expect to see happening to a legend. It's your boy Luista, and this is why hip-hop...
Let's go for it.
There's his own little corner. You know what I'm saying? That was his own vibe.
In fact, I'm gonna be honest. It was one time that was Cash Money.
No, it was.
I'm talking about.
Difference is he was rapping, smoking, rapping, and he did like 30 records in my face. No, wrong. Did like 30 records that you hear on the radio right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Not just doing shit to be doing it. Yeah.
No. It's back to back. So I'm like, damn, how do I like get into this? Like, get into 30 records. I'm like, he gotta be tired.
All right, this is the way that we talk about Wayne. We have to herald him. He is one of the greatest artists of all time. His run when he was dropping those mixtapes and the clip that he was putting out material at was the greatest run that I've ever seen a rapper go through. So we're never going to take that away from him. The Super Bowl, my G? No.
And what you say? I learned Lil Wayne. I wanted to be Lil Wayne. I would talk when I was younger. Girls would say I look like.
So we're going to go past all this. We'll get to some of the other stuff. And I'm going to start a poll at the same time.
Top boys.
More happy than the fans, I believe. You feel me?
Right?
Yeah.
So was it a call from Wayne? Like, what brought it all back?
Call from Wayne.
What was that like?
Call from Wayne. It was like, me? You calling me? You feel me? It was like a God answered prayer, you know what I'm saying? You know, just to get that right energy to finally come, you know what I'm saying? Weezy, you know, he is God.
But as important as this moment was to the city, the whole thing was ultimately overshadowed by two things. Firstly, just how bad his performance was. This got him clowned almost universally and
what was that, man?
Oh, he is God.
City. The whole thing was ultimately
get that right energy to finally come, you know what I'm saying? Weezy, you know, he is God.
But as important as this moment was to the city, the whole thing was ultimately overshadowed by two things. Firstly, just how bad his performance was. This got him clowned almost universally and for good reason. I would have shot my TV if I seen this shit at the Super Bowl halftime show. Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of all time and possibly the worst live performer ever. Shaded by Tyler, the Creator, who declared that those little humps right before kill me under a post that was making fun of him. This came just days after his feature on Sticky pushed Weezy to 187 career Hot 100 hits, extending his record-breaking streak to 21 years. To make matters worse, his performance was eerily close to Orlando Brown's parody of his vocals, especially...
Wow. They compared him to Orlando Brown. That is crazy. Orlando Brown and Lil Wayne should never be in the same sentence.
After he had campaigned hard to land a spot on the Super Bowl halftime show in his hometown. And as the footage of that performance went viral, people realized that Wayne...
That is kind of Wayne-ish still, I'm not gonna lie. Do it again.
Parody of his vocals, especially after he had campaigned hard to land a spot on the Super Bowl halftime show in his hometown. And as the
that sounds exactly like Lil Wayne in concert.
And I worked myself.
Line. The real problem was that during this special moment in front of his hometown crowd, he still couldn't accept that the Super Bowl was never his to lose.
What up, Friday? Myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my off to get that position, and it was ripped away from me.
In recent times, hip-hop...
Right there. That's that sour grapes right there about it was ripped away from me. Before you say anything, AGB, I want to give an apology to Luista because at first I was dissing him. I have a thumbnail that's kind of dissing him. All right.
No.
Yeah, because I did an interview with What's the Dirt, and he gave me a little bit of behind the scenes in the interview of how Luista was moving, and I was like, you know what, that's foul play. So I made one of the clips from that interview is Luista stealing content and Ray Tay Tay. But since then, I've started seeing the way his videos have been changing, and I think he's been kind of hearing the inklings of people talking about him.
Yeah,
and he's the content is his own now. The way it looks like his own style of content.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all about how people react to criticism, right?
Yeah. What are you saying, AGB? Do you think that Lil Wayne should be performing at the Super Bowl?
I mean, I could see him like, it would make sense to me him making like an appearance, but maybe not being like the main act. Because it's in Louisiana this year, right? That's why there's the controversy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should definitely be on stage, but I don't know, like, I don't know if at this stage of his career, if it would make sense to have him be the main act. I don't think he'd resonate with enough people.
And let's take out of the equation this year because of the whole Kendrick Lamar thing. I'm talking about any year.
No, I'd still say the same thing, right? Like, there's a lot more people who are going to resonate a lot more. You know, a lot of people watch the Super Bowl from all different demographics. Like, you want somebody who's going to appeal to as many people as possible. It kind of surprises me that Wayne never did a Super Bowl when he was, like, at his height.
At his height, he was leaned out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right. Let's play a little bit more of Luista here.
Pop has gotten a little fed up with him wallowing over the loss of a dream. How can something that was never offered to you be ripped away from you? The location of the Super Bowl doesn't always determine the performer. This pity party needs to stop immediately. This is so fucking sorry. So why is this bothering people so much? And what can he do to save his legacy? Well, there's a lot of reasons for it, but it ultimately boils down to the fact that he was never the right man for the job, and his entitlement isn't making it any easier to feel sorry for him. Back when it was initially...
Right, this is that, before I play the rest, in a nutshell, it's not only him not getting the slot, it's the way that he's been reacting to it. He's said now multiple times, like, yo, I can't believe y'all ain't having me doing this, man. Like, this is not a good look for Wayne, bro. You should shut up.
Yeah, in his position as a great, you should almost, like, I think the best shot for him would be like, yo, it's my city, whoever's performing, like, I'd like to come up and, like, you know, do some, you know, you probably get further doing that, or it's like, you've done enough in your career where you shouldn't be almost begging for it.
Yeah. Like this clip that he has here in this video.
To every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there is your words turn into arms, and it held me up when I tried.
He looks like he's currently leading.
That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, for just automatically mentally putting myself.
Every time he says that, and this is from the first time I heard this months ago when he first said that, it always irks me, bro. I wasn't mentally prepared for a letdown. I wasn't mentally prepared for the Super Bowl. I wasn't prepared for you guys to tell me that, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, it sounds like someone who got too used to people saying yes all the time. Like,
yes.
In his, like, I could understand, like, listen, I could understand being a bit salty, like, yo, like, I've always wanted this, it's not happening. But to go out in public and make your image and, like, look bad, it's, like, just not a smart move. Like, I could completely understand, like, if I was, like, the biggest artist from my city, from, like, the past and stuff, and I was a big football fan, I might be like, dang, why don't y'all have me at the Super Bowl? But, like, at the same time, I'm not going to go out and ruin my image about it.
Yeah. It's the expectation of being in there, like, you know, I thought it was already a yes. Like, nobody ever told you that you was fit for the Super Bowl, bro. I think he's the last to find out.
Yeah, well, no offense. Like, I don't think most people really that are going to be there Lil Wayne's going to be their first pick. I stand by that. They'd love to have him on the stage, maybe, you know, do a little 1-2 for sure, 100%. But to be the main act, like I don't think that he would be the one who would get voted in for that.
You know, the funny thing is, that's true for maybe the rest of America. And I don't like to speak for Americans, but I think the rest of America, like other states and stuff like that, would be like, whatever, Lil Wayne, okay. But Louisiana, they're like, yes, it should be Wayne. But I think Louisiana is the only place.
No, I understand that for sure, but like, I don't know, like there's so many people that watch the Super Bowl that aren't going to be from there that you got to kind of serve everybody. That's why I say he should be on the stage just for the whole Louisiana thing, but to put him as the main act, I don't think really makes any sense.
Yeah. Let me play some of the stuff that they were saying, that some of the downtimes, like, right?
Well, and I haven't heard anything, like it's not like he's been doing great live performances in lately, you know what I'm saying? Like the last time I heard of him doing a live performance, he just sounded leaned out and like you couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
Like, who wants that?
I'm gonna play a little bit of the live performance from the other day too.
How you doing, sir? When is this Wayne interview dropping? When is this? I just want to go out on a limb and tell y'all, Lil Wayne got the best fans. Not only are they crazy, but they're polite.
But in all fairness to those fans, they have tolerated a lot, sticking with him all these years, including situations which had directly contributed to Wayne never ever getting that Super Bowl show that he wanted in the first place. Over the years, Wayne's loyal followers have tolerated a lot, because it's not like he's never let his fans down before. At times, he's even behaved in the kind of rash way that Weezy is now when it comes to his refusal to acknowledge Kendrick's show or even wish him well. Let's start with the infamous onstage walk-offs, which have proven that he's not exactly the guy you want to sink millions of dollars of investment into. Among his brattiest moments were his appearance at the High Times Cup, where he demanded to never be booked for the show again.
That's fact. I wouldn't invest in that.
Don't you ever ask me to do this shit again.
That's some superstar, real, entitled bullshit, bro.
Yeah, like you've thrown professionalism out the window, like, yeah.
Sometimes,
and it's like, no matter your issue with the venue, all those people that are there in the audience for you are still your fans. You know, at least treat them with some respect. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, look at this. They had to make me go through the age restriction thing here, so I'm not going to play too much of it because
you got to be careful, eh?
Yeah, because I just seen an age restriction. See, they're going to ask me again.
Why would this be age restricted?
What are you wearing, first of all?
Yo, Friday, that's not the drip you're going to be coming out with next week. Yo, you gotta buy that outfit for Halloween next year, Friday.
I never understand this guy's fashion choices. I guess it's Wayne. It's him. He's a rock star. He's a skater. He's everything at the same time. But, bro,
it looks extremely uncomfortable.
It looks weird, man. Okay, he seems like he's in the. It seems like he's pretty lucid.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell because someone's recording audio from a concert with their phone, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's good or not. But yeah, he doesn't look that bad right now.
Apparently, there's a teleprompter that's also there too for his lyrics. I don't know if you knew about that.
I mean, he kind of looked like he was looking up at something, I guess. Yeah. There's
a teleprompter that I don't know if it's only a Wayne thing, and Comment Gang Strong, let me know if it's just only a Wayne thing. He has a teleprompter with all his lyrics there. So now they're saying, and in this video that I'm going to come back to, that it's gone from him doing a concert to karaoke.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people play their song with their lyrics in it, so I mean, he's not the only one.
That's a whole other thing that I hate. You know what I'm saying?
Artists such as Alan Cubis and Lil Twist weren't getting the respect they deserve from the crowd.
Y'all remember this? When he canceled a show because his new artists weren't getting love from the crowd?
Yeah.
Just last year, there was an incident where he ended a show in LA prematurely.
The what?
The short bus shorty. You remember that?
Who's that again?
Bro, it's a troll video that they made back in the day about like Young Money and Lil Wayne and them. It's like a music video. It's funny. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like one of those old internet things that's like a gem now.
Oh man, I think I probably seen it and it just went down into the memory banks of all of this other internet crap.
As he felt his Young Money artists, such as Alan Cubis and Lil Twist, weren't getting the respect they deserved from the crowd. So he literally shortchanged his fans and left.
We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We work too hard for this shit. We work way too hard. This is my motherfucking artist app. That was Twist, that was John. We on Young Money. We appreciate y'all time. Appreciate you.
At that time, the hip-hop world wasn't exactly pleased with his overly emotional and entitled display. I understand Wayne's loyalty, but you can't make an audience/crowd cheer or accept a new artist ability to perform. He had to cancel a show in Las Vegas in 2017 when he had multiple seizures and was found unconscious in his hotel room. This followed a similar incident in 2013 alongside many other scares over the years. While none of his fans would fault him for having a genuine health issue, Wayne's health problems unfortunately are self-inflicted. For most of his career, Weezy has been wrestling with his love of sipping syrup. And
we don't have to go through that. We all know that Weezy's he's either kicked the syrup or he's still on it. All right. Well,
Friday, I drank lean very heavily for like 5-6 years. He looks like he's still on it.
Yo, how does that shit make you feel, bro? Like, what does a deuce make you feel like, man?
I mean, it depends how much you drink and what your tolerance is. It's like somewhere between like weed and alcohol, I guess. But it's like it's its own thing. It's hard to describe. The problem with it, bro, this is the problem with it. It tastes so good when you mix it with the right soda. And you're basically, so think of it like this. You're taking soda, and then you're taking a drink with a painkiller in it that has a ton of sugar in it. You're pouring that into the soda, and then you've got like the codeine and the painkiller and stuff. So that's like slowing down your whole immune system. And like, so it basically just slowly gives you diabetes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's so horrible for you.
Look at this guy here.
It ain't that easy, bro. It ain't that easy. Shoot around. Well, I was also young and I listened to Pimp C and they said we drinking that lean. Maybe I drank the lean.
A drug that killed some of the legends he looked up to, including Pimp C. Wayne has been asked time and time again about what it would take for him to kick the cup.
Everybody want me to stop and all this and all that, but it ain't that easy, bro. It ain't that easy. It felt like death in your stomach when you stop doing it. You gotta learn how to stay. You gotta go through detox.
And at times,
yo, that's crazy.
The thing is, Friday, is it's like you'll be in that state and you're having the best time of your life, and everyone is just like, "Yo, what did you just say?"
Yo,
like I guarantee he's having the time of his life right now, for sure.
Oh,
no one else is understanding anything.
This guy's like, it ain't that easy to kick it. It just feel like he doesn't want to feel like shit, right? What?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go a little bit further in the video.
That you'll often find him. And when he got arrested after a private jet search in late December 2019, the cops found not only a gold-plated handgun, but a whole array of drugs including suspected cocaine, ecstasy, marijuana, heroin, painkillers, and prescription-strength cough syrup.
Well, when you're mixing it with all that, it's gonna mess you up a whole bunch more, bro. Holy,
bro. And okay, this is all about the Super Bowl. Keep this in mind. This is not during Super Bowl run. Super Bowl happens every year.
Mm-hmm.
So every year that the Super Bowl is happening, you're having all these different things through your lifetime of being a successful rapper. So every year that the Super Bowl happens and they're looking for candidates to perform, before Jay-Z was in charge of the performances, you're not the choice because of all this shit that we're seeing. This is like 2017.
You were like the top artist for a while, so you should have been in the conversation for a while.
Yeah, but all of these extracurricular bullshit activities that he has been knocking him out of the conversation for years. These things are just accumulating and just collecting as more and more things that are on your rap sheet. So now in 2024, going to pick the 2025 Super Bowl performance, we're looking at your past rap sheet we're looking at the way you operate now, you don't seem like the best choice. I don't care if
you're
it's
not the top artist. Like, if you weren't the choice when you were the top artist,
yeah,
like, why are you the choice now?
It doesn't even make sense.
I'm gonna talk. I don't know when I said it. Why?
Watch this.
Cherish can be presented to him as if he'd never heard them before.
Watch this.
About such and such song, I wouldn't even know what we talking about. Because of this, the music doesn't hold any significance to him in the same way as it does for others. So lyrics that his fans cherish can be presented to him as if he'd never heard them before.
This might be my favorite Wayne line of all time, personally. This last one is fine. All right, here we go. Safe sex is great sex. Better wear latex. Because you don't want that latex. And I think I'm latex. Oh, you heard that. You said
I'm gonna talk. I don't know when I said
He doesn't know.
Yo, I just looked Friday. In 2013, the Super Bowl was in New Orleans.
Right.
Why wasn't he having he wasn't the guy then, and he was in 2013, he was still tail end, but still at the big, he's still a lot bigger than he is now. Why was there no issue back then?
Because we don't want, respectfully, somebody who's on drugs at the moment, especially 2013, he was on drugs, right? We don't want that person getting on stage and then breaking the protocol. He might just go off script and start going,
accidentally tore up on stage or something
in front of the kids at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Come on, Wall. Help me out, Wall. Sex is great sex. You
did that shit last night. That's out of your performances. It's not really given that much for somebody to hold on to for you to even perform at the Super Bowl. Why would they ask you?
And at times, he does and says things that you would never expect a top-tier rapper to engage in, including performing at weddings for a bag where he should be selling out arenas. But at the minute...
And he's not even killing the wedding. Yo, okay, I'm going to stop the video. Salute to Luista, man. Common Gang Strong. Should Lil Wayne, with everything that we've seen here, be performing at the Super Bowl? All right? I asked this in the poll here. Should Lil Wayne perform at the Super Bowl? 56% still says yes. Y'all are loyal to the soil.
I mean, listen, I'll stand by. I think he should maybe be on the stage as like a guest or something, maybe do a little 1-2, but as the main act, I don't think so. That's
like, listen, and I'll say again, respectfully, I think Lil Wayne's kind of a liability. It's kind of sad to see that, he is still the GOAT, but at the same time, the people around him don't tell him that he's not as much of the GOAT, or he doesn't have the reputation that he used to. People still herald him, and every time they talk about him or talk around him, they're like, Wayne, you're the best, you're this, you're that. But nobody ever tells him, yo, Wayne, you look like you have a drug problem.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, like, a lot of the, like, younger generation, like my brother's younger and stuff, like, they listen to a lot of the GOATs. I don't ever hear them listening or talking about Lil Wayne. Right? I hear them listening to a lot of older music and a lot of like the bigger. I never hear them listen to Lil Wayne.
That's kind of sad, man. Because Wayne is, like I said in the beginning of this, and that's why I had to preface this by giving him all of his flowers, because he deserves.
He's very talented,
right? And he's trend setting. He set the trends. But as far as the Super Bowl, he knocked himself out of the runnings for the Super Bowl 10 years ago. And then kept on knocking himself out over the years.
Yeah. They can't risk investing. Like, bro, imagine how much they pay to set up that stage, do everything, have it set up on the field and back out within like 15 minutes. Like, that's so much money. They can't risk you're too high to come on stage.
What if you're late?
Yeah.
You might show up late.
Could you imagine?
Right? I'll say again respectfully, because I feel like I'm kicking in the back of a legend. And, we're in Toronto. Man's like Drizzy Drake and Nicki Minaj and all the people he's put on. They respect him super heavy. They never say anything bad about him, as they shouldn't.
No, yeah.
Right? But I know low-key in the back of their mind, they don't mean everything they say when they're like, yo, he should be doing this. Nicki Minaj went off about how he should be performing at a Super Bowl, but in the back of her mind, she knows that he might crash out.
Yeah, well, and obviously they're biased. It's like when someone's like the person who gave you the steps to where you are, you're going to be biased to the words of them 100%.
Yeah. So it's harder for them to say, you know, Wayne has some problems. I can see that. You know, maybe that shouldn't be the best choice until he gets the help he needs. That sounds horrible coming from them. But I'll say it. He's not the guy.
They probably should say it, though. It's like, if you really care about the person, you should say it. Like,
maybe behind the scenes they might say it, but I don't think they do that neither.
Like Friday, if I was like doing interviews and like we were getting on the video call and I'm like high on lean, falling asleep, you're gonna tell me, I'm pretty sure, like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? You know, like,
yeah, like I'd be like, bro, like you can't. That's not good looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have to say something on camera, like, yo, especially if somebody got to see that. You're gonna say on camera, like, bro, you know, this is not a good look, but we're trying to get him the help that he needs, whatever. But nobody ever says that are down with him. They just say, yo, he's the GOAT. Why aren't you guys giving him the accolades that he deserves?
I feel like people do, though. People know that he's like, and hold him in high esteem for that stuff. He just doesn't have the popularity that he did when he was dropping hot music.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl is for people who are currently hot.
Exactly.
Right? Kendrick Lamar, no matter how much people might not agree with the Not Like Us or whatever, that made him super hot for the year. He's already been ascending as an artist, putting out over, no matter how long it takes for him to drop music, he always had hits for the last 10 years.
Bro, I've heard Kendrick Lamar's song playing in shopping malls this year. Like, the last time I heard Lil Wayne just playing somewhere, anywhere, I can't remember. So it's like, just based off that, it's like, yo, you kind of gotta pick Kendrick. It wouldn't make any sense not to pick him.
And with all due respect, again, I got to keep on saying that. With Wayne, he hasn't dropped new music that hit. He's dropped new music, but he hasn't dropped new music that hit.
Yeah.
And he's younger than his counterparts and the people that he put on. Keep that in mind. He might be like a couple of years older than Drake, if that. And he's younger than Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that's true. I always forget about that, but that's completely true.
So he should still be in the running, and they're still currently putting out hits that everybody's rocking with. So why isn't he?
Yeah. The thing with Lil Wayne is he almost started a cultural wave. So when he was doing it, he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Once he kind of slowed down, and like you had drill and mumble rap and all these different cultures and like SoundCloud that all took a lot of inspiration from him. It's like now you have a whole variety of people doing that, and it's not as new, and like you haven't kept up and kept those people like entertained the same way, so they've moved to other places.
Yeah, but whose fault is that? Because he could have stayed relevant. If Drake is able to stay relevant, if Nicki Minaj is able to stay relevant, Lil Wayne should be able to stay just as relevant, just off of his age, being the same age as them. They're in the same age bracket. There's people that are in that age bracket right now who are still putting out relevant records.
I mean, if he just dropped 2 or 3 bangers a year, bro, he'd still be relevant.
He's dropping bangers. He's dropping songs. They're just not bangers.
No, that's
and they're
what I
not
mean.
bad songs. Like I listened to the Carter 5. The Carter 5 was great, but none of the Carter 5 songs went anywhere. Or maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know. Did anything from the Carter 5 really stick?
No, not the way compared to his other stuff in the past. No, like not at all. I don't think.
I'm trying to remember what songs from the Carter 5 that I was like. He had a song with XXXTentacion. Let's see, Lil Wayne, Carter 5. Let's find the Carter 5. The Swiss Beat song went somewhere. What the F, yo? What the fuck, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, and if that, though, then if that, though, then if that, though. That song did something. That song was playing, right? Don't Cry, the XXX song didn't really do much. Like I heard it places, but it didn't go crazy. Mona Lisa.
That's kind of crazy because it's hard to have an XXX feature.
Yeah.
And not like he has an occultive fan base and not like he has a lot of work, but not the hugest body of work because he wasn't around for long.
Yeah. There was, besides the, he had a song with Nivea, his baby mom, Snoop Dogg. He had his daughter on a song. The Kendrick Lamar song, Mona Lisa, I don't know how crazy that really went. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people talk about it, but like, I never heard that song playing out places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The song that got the most traction off of this whole album to me was the Swiss Beats one, Uproar. You know what I'm saying?
Probably, yeah.
So, and that's just from his last album. Like Lil Wayne doesn't really he's not the guy like that anymore. And he should be. He should still be as relevant, even more relevant than Drake. He put him on.
Yeah, but like his music had a certain time where it really resonated. Like I said, and it's like you just have so many people that took inspiration from him. It's like they kind of took over. He would have had to keep himself at the top and keep like staying there to stay there. It's hard to be at the top, go down a bit, and then come back up. That's a lot harder. It's doable, but you've got to really drop really quality music that's resonating.
So why does Jay-Z have a bigger chance, even though he obviously works with the NFL? Even if he didn't, I'd probably see Jay-Z on a Super Bowl before I see Lil Wayne. Why is that?
with Jay-Z, all of the Diddy stuff aside, and that's all alleged right now, he has a pretty clean image, especially like he allegedly chopped stuff like in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you don't see videos of him showing up to interviews where he can barely speak. Like whether or not he gets messed up on his own time or not, it's a whole different thing when you're showing up to interviews. Like you can get as messed up as you want. As long as you don't do it in the public view or on camera, people will never know. So you never know about anybody. But if you're doing it on camera, it's like, well, now we can't even trust you to not do it before you come here. We don't care what you do after, but what you do before is what we care about, you know?
We're dealing with corporate sponsorships and stuff like that when we're dealing with a Super Bowl, not just who has the best, who's the best choice because the culture. They don't care about hip hop culture, bro. They care about the bag.
No.
Yeah. But listen, man, salute to Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's a GOAT for sure. I don't want to take anything away from him. His music just doesn't resonate the same way as it used to.
Yeah. Straight up. AGB, I'm gonna let you go because I have.
Yeah, bro, you have a blessed one, chat. Hold it down.
Yeah, I got a deep Toronto topic, and like, it's something that's very over here with characters that you might not know.
No, you're good, bro. I only popped in for the Wayne thing because I figured I could add 2 cents to it.
No, for sure.
I don't jump in if I don't know about the topic.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, though? I'm curious.
We're gonna get into the Toronto accent, girl.
Man. All right, I'm gonna be watching. I'll be in the chat.
She's been crashing out. We got to talk to her.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna be watching, bro. You stay blessed, eh?
You too, brother. Bless up.
Hold it down, chat.
Salute to AGB to Don. Justice, okay. This guy. I appreciate you, but bro, you got people twisted. Yo, you're a hater. You're this. You're that. Can't believe this guy. Before we get into the Plush thing, we've been streaming for almost we're like 2.5 hours into the stream here. Let me just do something quick fast because true say got to drain the main vein. Just give me a second, gang. Let me pull up something on the screen here. We'll go back to the interview here of the Dagga Riddim.
We love hip hop. Wow. The simple idea,
So just to get a little bit clarity, because I'm watching the video, you're saying that everybody had recorded already a verse in different times.
Yeah, so everybody has like their own single track. Like, there's already full songs out of each verse, but the actual full song
Okay, so then what about when y'all brought it all together in the studio? Did every man get together in the studio? Did y'all send the verses around? How
Everybody
It was just a regular day still. It was a regular day, and then basically just said, "Yo, let's go in the booth freestyle." You know, we were trying to get some TikTok content to post on TikTok and shit.
Okay,
and then it just went viral from there.
So when man them are in the booth recording the Cypher specifically, you guys said freestyling, but was it like off the head, or did you use bars that were from other songs? Like how did that come together?
Yeah, from other songs. So when we say freestyle, you know, we're just like vibing, like you know, free vibes, you know.
Like we already all have with singles, so we already kind of have an idea.
And the order wasn't premeditated. Yeah, it wasn't premeditated. One man on the mic, and the next man one on the mic. Everybody's just vibing, you know.
Yeah.
That's why when you listen back to it, like we're so surprised at how it's
like natural,
smooth, like how smooth the verses like flow into each other.
When we re-recorded, it was a whole different vibe. Because when we first do it, we just do it straight.
Yeah, my bad, gang. Okay, let's get into some Toronto stuff. We got to address some things here. Apparently, Plush has been crashing out. All right, she's been responding to a beef that I thought that I would never see and I never expected. Plush versus SadBoi. Now, SadBoi is one of the main up-and-coming artists in the scene over here. I don't call her a female rapper. I will call her more of an artist. She raps, sings, does a few different things. Okay. So here, courtesy of Borough Sounds, as well as who else is on this post here? Borough Sounds, We Love Hip Hop. I think it's just us. So Plush goes off on SadBoi for sampling her voice, bad business practices, her mother, and much more. Ooh. Let's get into it.
Finally, I'm going to address something that I feel like needs addressing. So back in the day when I went viral for the whole, if the business is true, sick to my stomach, which taken, I was just
hold on. Y'all know who this is, right?
Talking about something on an interview, and it literally just went viral. Like, y'all just like the way I talk. Anywho, so her label hit me up and was like, blah, blah, blah. Can I have you?
Just give you guys some context, quick, fast. Some quick context. Justice OK is like, who is she? Trust me, it's fine. You don't need to know who she is. Not knowing who Plush is, it's not like, oh damn, I'm out of the loop of the culture and stuff like that. She's the Toronto accent girl, the girl who went super viral for her interview where she was.
Who's that YouTuber, fam? That famous YouTuber who plays basketball.
Okay, Showtime.
That waste youth that left his mom in the hood and he left his mom in the hood, but he moved into a condo. Yeah, that kid. His bitch I thought was a virgin. You should go holla at that thing, eh? Think he lives in the hood with his mom still. At least I stay with my people until I can get out, because when I get out, I'm gonna get my people out. But you, sir, got out and you left your people, I think.
Snake shit.
Because girl is blurping his business to shorties like me. And what I don't like is if the business is true that you left your moms in the hood, somebody go smoke that you. You don't leave your moms nowhere. You have money and you left your mom.
I swear we're living in a simulation, gang. Okay, let's get back to that. Sorry, I had to give you guys some context. If the business is true and you left your moms in the hood, smoke that youth.
In the intro to the song, whatever. Worst fucking decision I ever made in my life. I wish you people would stop using my fucking shit. So at first they did compensate me some money, but they kept saying that they're so broke and that they can't afford to pay that much. Bitch, you can afford it. Your little mommy's your management. Fucking pay better. Like, you know, they wanted to pitch me such a short amount on the actual contract. So I never signed no contract. I don't want to sign nothing away to nobody. You feel me? Okay. Finally, I'm going to address something that I feel like needs addressing.
So, What do we have here? And this is courtesy of Plush's page. What does she have on the screen here? I guess these are the accounts. Satasha Kato. And I don't know who this other person is. I can't see the name, but this is allegedly supposed to be SadBoi's mom. I can confirm that SadBoi's mom is her manager. Yeah, your mom looks pineable to me. Okay, translation, fuckable. I'm sure the label men them agree. At SadBoi. Wow, she's crashing. SadBoi, tell your dad, don't cuss me off. Fight your own battle, daddy's girl. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! The gloves are off. Here we go. Plush also says, stay the fuck away from Weston. You ain't welcome at SadBoi. Wow. It's going down. What is this here? Okay. Aw, your daddy's so sweet. He loves you, babe, at SadBoi. And we all know your mom effed her way to the top. Wow, that is disrespectful. Yo, fam, I didn't even go through all of this, I didn't go through all of this content before I reacted to it. I'm not gonna lie. We're all seeing this in real time together. This is crazy. And it's funny because I actually shared the post and I didn't even look through everything. Bad on me. So I guess this is the dad. Keep SadBoi's name out your mouth, you effing lame. Sorry, who's SB? Yo. What's happening here? This is the beef I never expected. There's another link I have here. If the business is true, smoke that youth. Where is this post from? My bad. Where did I find this? T.TV. Okay, let's go over on T.TV and continue to folklore. T.TV. Salute to T.TV. They have another post on this. I'm entertained.
The thing about it is you guys are so fucking goofy. You have to understand that while I'm sitting here with my intro that you used, you're the one making all the profit. I fucking hate you fucking bitches. Get your own niche. Get your own drip. You don't have to hop on who's popping most in the city right now. You know, stop performing that shit, to be honest. All your shit sounds the same. I don't care if you have big artists going for you. Big artists aren't helping me. They're not fucking paying me. So what you should do is work on growing an ass and then maybe get some titties, fam. That'll keep you relevant. The thing about it is finally, I'm going to address something that I feel like needs addressing. Get up in life. Now you're performing everywhere with I hope you didn't even play my intro, to be honest, but.
Yo, I need to hear this intro. Last slide.
Get up in life.
Hold on, I want to look for something.
Now you're performing everywhere with I hope you didn't even play my intro, to be honest, but if you did play my intro, I should be getting compensated. That was a Drake and Lotto concert. Somebody tell me if my fucking intro was played in that song. Not to mention, all of your songs sound the fucking same. Anyways, I feel like Shorty made up a big story that she's broke when you're labeled and you could have compensated me because you know damn well.
Okay, so just to give you guys a little context of what the actual issue is, and I've dealt with this in the past as well, is if the business is true, smoke that youth. Right? If you left your mom in the hood and the business is true, smoke that youth. That was used in the beginning of one of SadBoi's songs. She explained this, but maybe for the people who don't understand the slang or whatever, That was used in the beginning of one of her songs. At the time, she's saying that SadBoi's team, which is her mom and her dad, weren't able to compensate her much for using her voice in the song. Okay, maybe just a few $100s here and there. Like, I don't know. I don't think that they did a royalty split or anything like that. They just said they probably gave her like a G tops. I'm just speculating. But she didn't get a big bag, and she's not getting residuals moving forward from this. Okay. Now, SadBoi, and at the time, I guess when the song was being created, SadBoi was at a certain level. Let's put her level here. And now that, you know, she's not just released a song, she's done a whole bunch of other things. You know, you see SadBoi right now doing posts with Drake and shit like that. Like, she's popping out here, right? If you go on her Instagram page, and low-key, she used to be an artist by the name of Ebony once upon a time. And at the time when her name was Ebony, she probably had like 9,000 followers. She had a check mark early in the game with the 9,000 followers, but her name was Ebony. Okay, I'm giving you guys a little bit of behind the scenes as somebody who is a forecaster and, you know, a guy over here in this hip hop scene. She went by the name of Ebony, and at the time she had like 8,000, 9,000 followers with a check mark. I found that kind of fishy at the time. I'm not gonna lie. But let's look past that. From there, she changed her name to SadBoi. She started making moves around in Atlanta and different places like that. Started getting out of Canada and away from all of these F niggas over here and making bigger moves. And now she's out here. She's doing her thing. Okay? She's hanging out with Drizzy. She's chilling. Right? Life is different. There's allegedly a relationship between her and Smiley, and I'll put the quotation marks because it might be an industry thing. I don't want to get a copyright.
He wants to see SadBoi, you'll see me at Fashion Week. That's if you invaded. Revenge will make me sleep.
Okay, I'm really not trying to get a copyright, so sorry, SadBoi. I'm not running the tunes, but now she's popping. Okay, let's go into her stories. Anything in here?
Look at that one. Look.
Orlando, Florida.
If you had one of these in your house, you could look like a millionaire, like the king of England.
Like the promo game, her and her team, they go crazy with it. Yo, SadBoi, when are we doing our interview? Okay, I'm gonna call you out on my stream right now, bro. Yo, y'all was supposed to be doing an interview with me a long time ago, and I never heard from y'all on the day that we were supposed to get the interview done. That's bad business. Tap in. Don't get so Hollywood where you don't have to respond to people that you've scheduled interviews with. I'm talking to the management. So when I see Plush just going crazy, saying like, yo, the management did a little bit of a funny move, I'm not going to just jump on Plush and be like, she don't know what she's talking about. Shut up, Plush. No, I concur. I've dealt with some of the same shit. I'm talking my talk today. I've dealt with some of the same shit. You were supposed to pull up for an interview on the day of the interview. Okay, people are not keeping in mind that studios and stuff like that. Like, thank the Lord. Okay, big salute to B3 that I don't have to book my studios ahead of time and do a whole bunch of deposits and all types of shit. I've been blessed, but I'm letting you guys know this in real time. People don't know that. So when it comes to booking a studio, you don't know if I had to book a studio to go and get this interview done because you never responded to me. So that's bad business. So if Shorty's saying that you guys are doing bad business, where now she's clouting up off of this girl's song or her sample in the song, and you guys ain't circle back, probably not even responding to her DMs or responding to her. Oh, actually, the man responded to the DM after she crashed out. Maybe she got something. Maybe she got a point. I'm just saying.
you sorry, baby. I know you sorry.
And salute to SadBoi same way. But that was a bad business move. Don't act like this, okay, you're hanging next to Drake now. We don't have to respond to our emails.
Betty, shot o'clock. Betty, shot o'clock. Betty, shot o'clock.
He a chain, baby, I love the style.
That's the song that Shorty's samples in. Okay. She got the merch up.
I'm blessed. Soon as I see my twinkle. Now the table splits. Don't really like when I be out.
House of Blues, Orlando. She's doing big things. I can understand why Shorty's a little perturbed.
Finally, I'm gonna drag that up in life. You're claiming you're from somewhere, you don't act like it. You feel me? You're not no Westero fucking Shorty fam. Don't disrespect my block ever the fuck again. Woo! Not to mention, you only looked at me as a meme. Because when I was like, yo, since you're using my intro, can I hop on a verse? Like, at the time, okay? At the time.
Slow down, Shorty. Slow the F down. Slow down. Okay, I was with you. We're seeing eye to eye. But let's not talk about no getting on no verse or nothing like that. Okay? For the people who don't know, Plush makes music too. Respectfully, you're talking a little crazy now. Sampled your voice, collect your money, and go. About verse. Relax. Calm down.
Shorty just completely ignored my DM. But then when she wants to beef, she answers my DM. You're not a true artist. You're a fucking, like, clout taker. Then I got people coming at me being like, you're just talking about this for clout. You guys are so fucking, like, dense. Can you take in that this Shorty was looking for clout? Either her or her label were looking for clout, and what they did was like, let me find out who's most popping in Toronto right now. And it was me. And you took it. And
talk the things.
It's not going to work for you forever because you're not me.
Yo. This is some good ass crash out right here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is some good ass crash out. Thank you, Plush. We needed this today. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Lashley says, I love this beautiful white queen. Keep the applause going. Look at it again. Whew. That's some good rant energy. Rant on 11.
Life must be very easy when your mom's your management and she fucked the whole crew to get you to the top.
Whoa. Listen, SadBoi, your team, okay? Regardless of what I said before with the interview, I stand on that, 10 toes, okay? But as far as what she's saying here, we're just reacting, okay? The thoughts and views of Plush, aka the Toronto accent girl, are not the thoughts and views and opinions of the We Love Hip Hop Network. Okay, thank you. Let her cook though.
You're claiming you're from somewhere, you don't act.
I knew we went through this. Oh, the continuation. Thank you. Salute to T.TV. They have the T. SadBoi. Okay, so we read through all of this. Keep SB's name out of your mouth, you effing lame. Sorry, love. Who is SB? SadBoi. Keep her name out your mouth. All right, and this is Chatboy. Who's Chatboy? Let's find Chatboy. 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 Am I missing something here?
The thing about it is you getting
Chat the boy. My bad. My bad. Sorry, gang. We'll find him. Chat the boy. Oh, he's a family man. Okay, so this is the guy who's been going at responding.
the thing about it is getting
So this is what her response is now. Oh, what you gonna do? I'm stating facts. To be honest, didn't even know who you was talking about. Blessings. Have a good day. Enjoy my facts. Wow. Her chest is puffed out right now. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. Did y'all expect this, man? This is some next level Toronto rant energy. Holy.
Who's that YouTuber, fam?
Bring that back again.
The thing is yo, this girl is blurping his business to shorties like me. And what I don't like is if the
Gotta run that
business is
again.
true that you left your moms in the hood, somebody go smoke that you. You
All right. Give me that again.
And what I don't like is if the business is true that you left your moms in the hood, somebody go smoke that you. You
All right. You know what I'm talking about. Listen, man. We'll smoke that ute. What else we got in here? The mom is pineable. She went off. We saw all of this already. And this is the Lotto concert that happened just the other day. You're in a hotel and you get a call that Lotto wants to bring you out of in your home city in less than 24 hours. Wow, T.TV says in their caption, SadBoi's first mistake was even paying this girl a dime in the first place. If I'm keeping it so real. I don't agree with that. If you sample somebody's voice and you guys don't have any kind of relationship prior, pay them. I will say though, in SadBoi and her team's defense, if they didn't make any, you get what you negotiate. We'll do that. You get what you negotiate. So if at the time they only had a certain amount of money and Plush was willing to accept the little amount of money that they gave her, then she has to live with that. All jokes aside, she has to live with the fact that she agreed on the terms that were agreed on at the time. She can't look and be like, oh, well, look, now you're blowing up. Can I have some mo? Because I'm broke. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough times. We're all hurting for some extra cash out these days. But if that's not what was negotiated, like, hey, when we blow up, we're gonna give you some more money for this song if we blow up. I'm just speculating, but I don't think that was the conversation that they had. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, here's $800 or $600 now, but in the future, if this shit goes to another level, if you ever see me next to Drake, I'm gonna start putting an extra $1,200 in your bank account every month. I don't think those are the terms that were negotiated and agreed upon at the time when they used the sample. Okay, especially from what Plush is describing, they were not at the place where they are now. So I respect her rant energy. It's very entertaining. However, shorty, all jokes aside, like how we were laughing and joking before, you're wrong. You get what you negotiate. All right. If you guys had a royalty split and now SadBoi is getting a certain amount of money off of this song and you're not getting anything from the royalty split, then in that you can go and get your lawyer and say, hey, they broke the agreement, the binding agreement that we signed off on. They're making this amount of money off of the song, and I'm not getting my 5% or whatever that we agreed upon. All right. I'm just telling you from the standpoint of somebody who's a businessman, who's dealt with contracts, who's dealt with the music industry for a long time. Getting on Instagram and having a rant is not going to get the business done. Okay. You literally have to negotiate for some kind of a royalty split so that in the future you're protected. But if you took the $800 at the time, or $500 or $1,000, whatever it may be, you have to live with that. You got to stretch that for as long as you can, shorty, because you're not getting any more from them. Okay. So salute to Plush. I enjoyed the rant. I think we all enjoyed the rant. Comment gang, did you guys enjoy the rant? I think that was, again, we got to give you another round of applause. Amazing levels of rant energy, okay? But you're still wrong. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I want to just give you guys a quick update on my homie Christmas List. All right, big salute to Christmas List. You guys have been, do you guys know who Christmas List is? All right, give me a 1 in the chat if you know who Christmas List is. 2 in the chat if you don't know who he is. Okay. Just for a quick elevator explanation, he's a YouTuber. He's one of those traveling YouTubers. Okay, Juicy Hamburger puts a 1 in there. Entertainment puts multiple 1s in there. Sky Swizzy puts a 2 in there. But yeah, he's a traveling YouTuber. He goes to countries and into the places in these countries where a lot of people, myself included, ain't going. I'm not going. But this guy right here, bro, holy. So if you see the person that I have up on the screen right now, that is Barbeque. That is Barbeque. Sac passe, maboule to all my Haitian people out there. This gentleman went into the depths of Haiti, to some of the wildest places. I'm going to play something before I play this interview here, or a part of the interview, because I'm not going to play the whole interview. If you guys want to tap in and get get the full content, go to Christmas List's channel. He's got a bunch of subscribers over there, 395,000 subscribers. Christmas List on YouTube. Let's go to the other video here. Bro, the video I watched the day before, I was like, you are a better man than me, sir. This guy went and sat with these guys.
They're the ones shooting. You know, but the co-op cops who used to live in the neighborhood, they don't like being left out. They don't like the way everything is being ran. So they put together and put a group together to fight against them. Et nous disons policiers font un groupe et puis ils fait face avec nous. C'est ça, ok?
Oui, mais un groupe qui fait comme si c'est un groupe policier. Est-ce que ça veut dire c'est un groupe policier comme si dans Solino, un groupe policier dans Solino, c'est eux même qui vient mettre nous en face.
Listen, they got mad burners in this thing, so I'm going to go forward a bit.
Which way? This way?
This is a neighborhood, fam. That is crazy.
Oh, that look, he's coming to the right. Yeah.
We're gonna hear shots just now.
Yeah. See the church, that's the church right there. Right with the little green stripe.
Right. So the enemy is there.
Yeah.
Enemy is right here.
Oui.
It gets crazy in a second.
So.
Right around here.
You said don't go inside? What can happen? You mean people are inside? People could be inside?
See some bad, very bad smell from inside on one side.
Well, there's a bad smell. Maybe a dead person.
Crazy shit.
Must be a reason they don't want me to go in. But you can see bullets absolutely everywhere.
Just to give you guys also a little bit of context, quick, fast, as far as Christmas List and his last trip, he was in Trinidad and he got arrested for something called sedation, where they felt that he was promoting an uprising in the country by exposing some of the bullshit. All right, let me pull up some of the stuff. Christmas List. And then we'll get to the shots popping. When was the last one I did with him? Interview from Trinidad. Okay, he pulled up. Thought it was him and 12, 16 guys that were pulling up. It was only him and 2 guys. So you'll be surprised on how highly produced something can happen with just 1 to 2 people.
Yeah.
Not even a team, just you can be by.
Right. So consistency wins, and it's hard work. It's not for everybody, but there are a lot of people getting practice. It's not going to happen right away. I know some and I think I'm going to go to Haiti. I think from Trinidad, I'm going to go to Haiti.
Okay.
I have the opportunity to get the Barbeque interview.
Whoa.
Yeah. And no YouTuber has gotten it
at all.
So I had that opportunity last time I was there, but I was new to the game. When I went to Haiti, it was like one of my first
to Dusty Wallace
real trips with a camera by myself. So now I feel more comfortable with even my approach, and the opportunity is there. So I was thinking from Trinidad to make the flight to Haiti. We'll see how it goes. But I don't really pre-plan after that. I really don't know. I like not.
So he said this 2 months ago, and here we are. He actually made good on it. Let's go back to the video. Here's what gets crazy.
See the bullet holes.
Wait for it, gang. It's about to get nuts. Look at this. These are little kids.
This time bullets are flying. They're trying to figure out which way the bullet.
Yo! You see the man's face just now? Holy.
This time bullets are flying. They're trying to figure out which way.
That right there is Christmas List reconsidering his whole career. Holy shit. He's like, should I be a travel blogger anymore? Is it worth it? Like, it got 100,000 views in one day. It's doing its thing. It's definitely moving, but right? Respectfully, Christmas List. This is the look of when the shit comes right out of your pants. Boom. Gonna have to change them underwears. Whew.
The bullet came from. This guy's dancing in front of me. While my
Yo. Man, just dancing while the whole shootout is happening at the building, bro. Oh. I'm sorry. I know it's not effery because he's like really going into the hoods and doing some real work. But on the effery scale, that's some high level effery. High level fuckery, bro. Toronto rappers ain't got shit on this nigga, bro. Y'all want to dance around in the studio with a bunch of guns? Go to Haiti with that shit. I dare any of you Toronto rappers to go to Haiti with that shit. Holy.
hardest coming out the mouth.
Man is dancing while there's a shootout happening.
So the craziest thing of all is like my nerves are racing, but to them this is very normal.
Man has a smile on his face. Yo, and low key, they had this shootout for, he said, 45 minutes plus. He had to stay inside of that building. Okay? You are a better man than me, sir. Salute to you, Christmas list. All right? Look at it says at the top of his shit right here. Not your average tourist. Duh. We get it.
Yeah. E9 family. When I watch TV at home, I see your face on TV, and they make you look to be a very evil, scary man.
Barbeque.
It is normal for them to make him look like a monster.
Jimmy Cherizier, the former elite police officer turned gang leader known as Barbeque, has seized power in Haiti through violence and intimidation, becoming the country's most powerful and wanted figure. He leads the revolutionary forces of the G9 family and allies. This is the second video in my Haiti series. Amidst the chaos of gunfire and explosions, I find myself walking and talking with the most dangerous man in the country. A 60-minute conversation with Barbeque in the heart of a violent conflict is an opportunity that few will ever have, and one that came with its own risks. If you've enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe.
Right? So listen, and please subscribe to his page. Nobody else has interviewed Barbeque. Newscasters are trying to get in there and talk to Barbeque and shit. You see what this man had to go through. This is why I had to show you the video before we got to this video of him actually getting to go meet Barbeque. Because this man dodged bullets, bro. He was dodging bullets for an hour straight to get that Barbeque interview. You know what I'm saying? Peace Love says Barbeque is Friday in a different timeline. Facts. Power to the people, man. And the thing is, they have this guy painted as a super criminal. And the reason that, you know, even the whole Barbeque lore, people were saying that, you know, he was barbecuing people and eating people and all kind of idiot thing, which is untrue. But they had this man painted as the public enemy #1, former policeman. And yes, I'm sure some people have died to his hands and on his watch. But from some of the clips that I was watching from this interview I watched the whole thing. There's a reason for all of this bloodshed and stuff like that. All right. And right. Christmas has got the story.
Your support helps bring more of these. Saw Barbeque. So I got to the place in which Barbeque is in control. I was within a few feet and he said no. He said no, he won't do an interview. He said he had been fighting the whole night before. Fighting means like you're on the front lines. And if you've watched my other videos, you know what it's like, the intensity. He just wasn't in the mood. So he said, come back really early today, which that's my plan now. He's about an hour away from here.
I just want to play you all a little bit of this before we get to that, just to see what Christmas List had to go through to actually get the interview.
It's not an hour straight. It's like navigating the alleyways and dirty roads. He said if I come really early, that he'll give me some time before I have to get to the airport for my flight. So that's the game plan. So fingers crossed. As of right now, I came to Haiti 1 week ago with the intention to meet Barbeque and film him. It has not happened yet. It's make or break. If it doesn't happen in the next hour, it's not going to happen on this trip. So let's see what happens. Let's see what my destiny holds. For now, I got to get going. I think I'm already running late.
So I'm not going to go through all of the stuff in here because I already watched that. But just to give you guys some context, it was 7 a.m. at that point in time. He had a flight at 10 p.m. So he needs to get over there. It takes about an hour to get from where his hotel is to give or take maybe 45 minutes to an hour to get to where Barbeque is. He has to get there, get the interview, and then get out of there and get to his flight. Okay, he was there 7 days already trying to get this interview, couldn't get it, but they brought him in.
Where he is. 6 a.m. sharp. See how long it takes us to get.
Yo, Chris, if I get a copyright, release the copyright, please.
Barbeque. My flight is at 10 a.m. So it wasn't easy finding Barbeque. It took the 7 days, but it happened. For obvious reasons, I'm not going to film or disclose where he is. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, good morning.
Feeling good?
That's his translator, Eddie.
Is our lucky day? Eddie's saying today's our lucky day. I mean, Mr. Barbeque.
Il sorti juste Toronto, Canada, pour arriver là, pour parler avec.
I want to get just a little bit what he said in the beginning.
So I traveled all the way from Toronto, Canada, in order to find the man that's standing in front of me, Mr. Barbeque.
Il sorti juste Toronto, Canada, pour arriver là, pour parler avec. Et le monde qui campe devant là, qui s'est Barbeque.
So look at the man's face, bro.
Je remercie pour l'opportunité ça que libre moi pour moi parler avec tout le monde Toronto mais tout le monde Canada en général.
Okay, he thank you for giving him the opportunity to talk to the people of Canada
in the world,
London, and the world.
Yeah. So when I watch TV at home, I see your face on TV, and they make you look to be a very evil, scary man.
Je regarde la télévision et il faut pas être comme si un monde qui méchant pile.
Et c'est normal pour faire pas être comme un monde qui méchant.
It is normal to make him look like somebody else who's evil.
So can I be honest with you? I've only been here 5 minutes. And I feel very comfortable around you.
Okay.
And I see how he helps the community.
C'est normal pour faire pas comme un diable.
It is normal for them to make him look like a monster.
Yeah.
He's about to go in.
L'op dénonce son système qui corrompu.
When you denounce a system that is corrupt.
Yes.
L'op demande de l'eau pour tout le monde.
When you're asking for water for everyone.
L'op demande l'hôpital pour tout le monde.
When you ask hospitals for everyone.
L'op demande l'école gratis pour tout le monde.
When you ask free school for everyone.
L'op dénonce 5% monde qui gagne 95% richesse pays.
Yeah. You dis ça encore?
L'op dénonce 5% monde qui gagne 95% richesse pays.
5% of people that's holding the country's wealth.
The wealth.
Yeah.
It is
normal to make him look like a monster.
Parce que
talk the things, bro.
Système qui a son système senti.
Because the system here is a stinky system.
Right. Son système corrompu.
It's a corrupt system.
Il faut nous changer n'importe genre.
And by any means we must change it.
Right? This guy, for the people who are in the neighborhoods around him, he's providing for a lot of people. The country where he's from is like very, 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 very corrupt. All right. There's corrupt countries and then there's extremely corrupt countries. So he's coming from a place where the wealth is completely unequal, and the way it's distributed, distributed. Okay, you've seen some of these neighborhoods that the man was driving through. It looks pretty shitty over there. So there's definitely a disproportionate distribution of the wealth. So Barbeque is representing for the people who are out there who are like, yo, we need more money. We need schools. We need, we need water. And because of that, like, they have to fight for this shit. They're sending gangs, and this is just some more context because I'm not going to play the whole thing. The government is paying gangs to try to knock him and his people off.
Normal pour utiliser moun ki gen an pile kob yo.
It is normal to use the people with a lot of money.
Yo utiliser média local yo.
They use the local media.
Yo utiliser média international.
They use the international media.
Pour détruire caractère.
So they can destroy his character.
Right? They use the international media. They use all these different type of propaganda tactics to destroy the man's character. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I knew anything about barbecue, the first thing that I heard from a headline is like, he's barbecuing and eating people. So it was automatic, like, oh shit, is that crazy over there in Haiti? Whoa, look at the narrative that they just tried to paint the other day. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Road to Success just said something too. Eating mud cookies. That's actual facts. Right? Fall Lease, what up? It says mud cookies or starve. Super facts. There's a video that we watched here on live of Christmas List trying the mud cookies. Why should anybody be eating mud cookies? Your country shouldn't be poor to the point where you're eating mud cookies. We're here in Canada. We couldn't even imagine eating mud cookies, fam. So if there's people eating mud cookies in your country, having to eat like real like bugs and stuff off the street, then I think that there's a little bit of corruption happening.
Just like they did the President Jovenel. Until they assassinated him. Just him, they cannot assassinate him. He's denouncing a stinky system.
Nous besoin de l'eau pour tout le monde. Nous besoin de l'hôpital. Nous besoin de l'école. L'État, par contre, il n'existe.
Okay, they need water, hospital, school. They say the government don't know if they exist.
Même ça Thomas Sankara dit.
Just like Thomas Sankara said.
Nous plutôt gain de l'eau pour tout le monde.
We would rather have water for everyone.
Instead
of drinking champagne with a small group of people.
Bars. We'd rather have water for everybody than to have champagne for a small group of people. Talk the things, bro.
And he goes. I mean, but now he listens.
You know, we went to the front lines in Bel Air.
And
we were stuck getting shot at for 2 hours. And for me, very scary. But the men, the Haitian men with the guns, they said they're willing to give their life.
The message you want to send out to the world.
C'est comme si moi nous toujours dans esclavage.
Just like they're still in slavery.
This not crack on. Okay, you see what we were talking about earlier in the video. This is perfect full circle. You know what I'm saying? Podcast gold, full circle moment perfectly, because in the beginning of this video of this live stream, I was reacting and going crazy and losing my damn mind to a bunch of Toronto rappers who were clout chasing, holding up a bunch of burners in the studio, clout chasing like crazy. You see all of these guys right here, they can't afford to chase clout. They're fighting for their lives. So when you see them with a bunch of burners, there's no clout involved. They're not like worrying about advancing their rap careers or anything stupid like that. These niggas is holding up guns for a revolution out there. Like they have purpose, even if their purpose is embedded in violence and bloodshed. They have purpose. They're willing to die for the shit. This is not for the gram.
With the
slave, the rebels.
Qui pas accepter l'esclavage.
That didn't accept slavery.
Faut nous bailler pays en deuxième indépendance.
And we have to give the country a second independence.
Haïti besoin libérer en bas, mais États-Unis, Canada, la France.
Haiti needs to be free under the hands of United States, Canada, and France.
Haiti needs to be free under the hands of the United States, Canada, and France. All up in their pockets. All right? And salute to all my Haitian people in Montreal, because I know a lot of y'all probably big up man like Barbeque. Okay? I'm going to play a little bit further in, but like, I got to salute Christmas List for doing this move right here. Because the way that the conversation that he's having with this gentleman right here, you're not going to get this from like the BBC or one of those different news stations. They're going to spin it. They're going to chop it up and spin it in their own ways, whether it's right or left. All right, this is a raw conversation. I suggest everybody go and tap in and watch this full interview. Okay, this is a big, big accomplishment. This is not just travel YouTuber bullshit. Like, this is actually something that's going to be making a difference in the future when people tap into this interview.
What's he doing? Talking about this. You want them to put it right here.
Like, these guys are looking to have schools and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for more food. That's the reason why they have to tote a bunch of guns and run around. Okay? This is for educational purposes, not for clout purposes. You feel me? Like, it kind of irks me, because maybe if Toronto rappers try to expand their mind a little bit more, watch more content, travel more, and see more things in life, they wouldn't be doing such stupid shit back home. Like running around in the studio with like 30 mans and guns.
In the class.
So these are small age children.
Yes, I look at the
Right?
So,
Premier, the young. So my question is this: by the time that these children are his age, what does he think Haiti is going to look like?
Good question. Okay, that's why they're fighting. So when they get to a certain age, they can do their high school studies.
Yeah.
Après pour aller à l'université.
After that, they can go to.
But you think
ça pas aller à l'université pour apprendre métier?
So those that cannot go to the university, they can go to a professional school.
Pour servir pays.
So they can.
Wow, what a monster, right? Wow. Get him off of the street. Let's kill this guy. What a monster.
Serve their country.
Je dis après on va prendre Canada, États-Unis, la France tant qu'au paradis.
So they won't take Canada, United States, and France like for paradise.
États-Unis, Canada détruit Haïti, en façon les nous gon visa pour aller dans pays ça pour nous prendre pour paradis.
Okay, see the United States, Canada, and France keeping us in the States, so we can always think that they're countries of paradise.
Yeah.
Ooh. That is some deep ass shit right there. United States, France, and Canada. Canada, they keep Haiti in that state so that people over there will look to them as a paradise. Right? So now, let's keep Haiti as poor as possible. Let's feed the government their money so that they can be corrupt as they want to be with the money that we give them. We'll take the Haitian people over here. Okay? Yeah, if you want to escape your third world country, come over here. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you guys distributed the wealth properly, Haiti wouldn't be a third world country, and Haitians would love to live over there because they can get the education that they need and then thrive in their own country. We don't have a problem with Haitian immigration over here in Canada. Let's not even get that twisted. Salute to all my Haitians, okay? But there was a problem. There was not a problem, but there was a space and time when there was a heavy influx of Haitian people that were coming to Toronto, not Toronto, but more Montreal, back in the late 90s, or mid 90s, I would say. And they kind of turned up, but it's because they come from a very revolutionary background. Haiti was the first island to get their independence from the British or the regime. Okay, salute to Barbados, but we were one of the last. For all my Bajan people out there, we were happy being under the Queen and all that bullshit. Haiti was the first to be like, nah, we ain't rocking with the Queen and all your, royal bullshit and patriarchal bullshit. Nah. We independent. So Haitians been bucking the system. But within their own country, they got to deal with a lot of corruption. Okay, I'm going to just get to the end of it here just to give a few more bars because I want y'all to go check out this interview.
That's to say that our fight is not a color fight.
Bataille non son bataille pour changer condition la vie moun qui vit mal.
The fight is a fight to change the condition of the people's life.
So, c'est objectif dans ça.
That's our main purpose.
All right. For the people who might be believing a lot of that propaganda that's been spilling out there on the news, I suggest y'all go check out this Christmas list video. Go subscribe to his channel. He's got the real story. He went through and dodged the bullets so that he can go get the real story for us. So I want to salute him for that, man. That's a big find right there. Good interview and an important interview that's going to be going down in the future as something that people are going to be watching. I know YouTube is going to be trying to do what they need to do to constrict it. I'm taking my own risk by even reacting to it, but it's important shit. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Christmas list and salute to Barbeque. Okay. I think that's all we got for today, gang. We got a nice 3.5 hour live here. I don't have any more stories that I want to cover at the moment, but if anything does come up, I'll probably cover it later on this week. I'm trying to get a few people in to talk about some of the bullshit that I was ranting about in the beginning of the stream. And hopefully we can bring some sense or find some kind of sense to why all of these guys are so happy crashing out. And we can talk to some important figures that might be able to bring some light to this. Let me read this comment right here. Jason, the conservative guy, says, Canada is broke because Trudeau's policies. Canada needs to fix Canada before Canada can give out handouts to the rest of the world. That's a big ass fact right there. For real, for real. Big salute to Franklin Frazier over here in the chat. It says salute to the fullest. And big salute to everybody in the comment gang. Comment gang strong. I showed you all a couple of clips from the interview that we're dropping tomorrow morning early. Okay, the Dagga Riddim Cypher got everybody in the building, all 5 artists as well as the producer, and we got to do a live freestyle right there on the spot. So look out for that dropping tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. and the video dropping at 6 p.m. Until then, we are Office. Deuces.